Hello, everybody.
Hello. What's an intro? I'm sitting there like all digging all the graphics and the music.
Man, I'm telling you, I need to start doing your stuff. I love doing it. It's time consuming, but I do love it.
Awesome.
So what's up, James?
Mr. Perry.
Let's see here. I say,
Paul, what's going on, my man?
oh, okay. Billy, you go.
Well, no, I mean, Paul's a fellow Canadian. He's actually, unfortunately, he's a Blues fan, you know, but hey, you know, Toronto, baby. He'll keep me posted on the score.
Hey, RO, how's it going, man?
RO 5.0.
Yeah, 5.0.
A few people I know. That's cool.
So, RO, I got to meet in Dallas. Super nice guy. Took some pictures. Of course, I looked trashy, so I didn't post them. But got that snake today from Josh. Looks amazing.
Awesome.
RK asphalt or asphalt, however you want to say it. Hi. Yeah. Oh, looky here. You're
Sammy boy. Oh, Ed.
How's it going?
He's across the pond. He's over in Europe.
Oh,
so
wow.
It's like 5-6 hours ahead of time. So he's always a trooper. Pops in when he can, but at some point he taps out because it's like, 3-4 in the morning. But what a trooper, man. He's awesome.
Right. Hey, HB, how's it going? Let's see here. Kevin. What's up, Kevin? Is that Melissa?
My snake stuff.
Hey, Bear. I got to meet him at the Dallas show, too. He's a super nice guy.
As long as he has a ghost or two, yeah. But if he doesn't have a ghost or two, I would let him get that in him before you approach the man.
Right? Mr. John Feely.
Massey John.
Yes, he's in the house. He's actually moving closer to me, which is cool. He's moving to where I moved from. I'm excited. It's an hour away. Yeah. I'm sure there'll be some working together.
That'll be fun.
Voodoo Doll Royals. Tara, how's it going?
What's up?
Miss Jamie, the new sponsor.
Graceful Python.
Somewhere over there.
Close.
Hey, David. S&K Exotics. How is it going? Let's see. Okay, I think we're at the end now. Cool. Let's go. What do we want to start with, guys?
I mean, I want to start first off with your new ventures you're getting into. Obviously different species. We were just talking about it backstage. Yep. And one, it's not a super new venture. You've been doing it for a little bit now, but I'm very curious about Gopher Cocoa. So how'd you get into that business? How'd you become the North American distributor for Gopher Cocoa?
Yeah, and actually Austin was the one that recommended to go on Cocoa in the first place. And when he first started with me, I was on all unprinted newspaper. And I've done cocoa in the past. I've done cypress. I've done chipped aspen. And there was always something I liked about it, but something I hated. So it wasn't like the perfect mix. On paper, it was like there was no problems except, you walk in. Okay, I can, the room always had that. Okay, it's I'm in the snake room. You knew that. You're walking. I'm almost at the snake room because you can smell it. And then, of course, the total clean. Everything was a total clean. You couldn't spot clean when you have paper towel or newspaper or unprinted newspaper. It's a full clean. So you're wiping it, spraying it, doing that. And some of the chemicals that we use, it's a 10-minute kill time to kill everything. So we wipe with chlorhexidine, as a quick wipe. And the longer you leave these products on, the more it will kill. So most people spray and wipe it perfectly dry. You should actually leave it where it's a little not soaking, but you wipe it down. And you'd see some of my old posts, but actually you won't, because they fucking took my goddamn Instagram away and had to start over. But I do make some posts from the past, and a whole bunch of us would be cleaning, and I'd have 6-7 foot high tubs crisscrossed in different directions, so you could stack it that high, and it was so much damn work. And Austin's like, hey man, we should try cocoa, and I'm like, So he was doing the adult back then, so I said, listen, let's do cocoa. So we used the brand that was already here local. It was cheap, and it was definitely what I paid for. Cheap. It was sandy, but it did take some odor away. It did take the time and the spot cleaning. We got a lot more done. So once that was there and we did it, and Austin and I were happy using it, I started going into my holdbacks. And then you remember some of the videos I did, like how do I feed my hatchlings? And they were always on paper towel, because that was my thing, paper towel and unprinted newspaper. So then eventually I saw it, and it did so well for the rest of my collection. I'm like, why not the hatchlings? So I totally converted. But then it was I just, Rep the Chip came into Canada, and I'm like, wow. And I got some, and I'm like, holy shit, twice the price, but it's way better. So, it's the first time I had a comparison of cocoa. Tried it, way better. So I switched to Rep the Chip. So I called JT and I asked, if I could get it. And he's like, oh, you have to buy from the Canadian distributor, which was at the time Carey and Barrel, Reptiles. And I'm like, well, I'm going to be buying skids, and I want to get a discount. And can I order direct, and I'll promote you guys? Because at the time I couldn't resell it. And I was very happy with the chip, especially from where I came from. And the problem is I had a facility where I had one big room, and everything was in the one big room. And then what would happen is people would come in, and it's like, oh, can I buy some of this? I'm like, I can't. It's like, what do you mean? Look, you got tons of it. I'm not allowed to sell it. And even Austin and some of my staff would come in and say, hey, can I grab some? I'm like, I can't. I'm not allowed to sell it. It's like, well, the expo's next weekend. Can I borrow 2, and then I'll replace it when I buy it from, Carey and Barrows, and I'll just replace it. And I'm like, well, I mean, I guess, because I'm not breaking anything. I'm not selling it. I'm basically giving it to you to replace. And then it was just a pain in the ass. And then when I decided to move here, I was in that thing where I end up getting some of the Freedom Breeder racks. So Jesse said, hey, man, you should try some of the cocoa. I'm like, no, I'm good. I got it. He's like, well, you know what? I'm going to give you, I'm going to send half a skid with your big order. Try it out and let me know. And then I'm sitting there going, well, fuck, if I'm already getting half a skid, I might as well get a full skid. And by the time the order came, I end up getting 2 full skids, paying 1.5. And because I'm like, you know what? If I'm going to try some, I might as well try it. All new bedding. And I had it delivered to the new place, and I did it, and I switched. And the good thing about that one is I could sell it. So I wasn't, I didn't have a contract where I couldn't sell it. I could only use it. So it was better. So I was able to sell it and do some of that. Problem with that is I like the big chunk, but I found it really dusty, and I had to get the sifter. So I got the sifter, and now I'm working on my cocoa to get the fucking cocoa and all the other stuff I would, I'm like, oh my God. And I was happy with the size of Rep the Chip, but not the for everything, because I could use it for my adults. I could use it for my hatchlings. The not pro cocoa, the so much damn cocoa out there. The cocoa blocks I could only use for my adults. So what did I do? I went back, instead of paying for skids to come in, I just went locally and bought the garbage again that I haven't used in years. And I'm like, oh man, this sucks. So I would complain and whine, talk to my guys when I'm in Europe. And my buddy Jean-Francois from Adopt-A-Ball says, hey, I've been working on it because here in Europe, it's the same stuff. It's either hit or miss. And I looked into it. So I'm going to send you some samples. So he sent me, I think, 3 or 4 blocks of each, a small and a large. And what I like about the small, it goes from 8 millimeter chunks to 16, and the large starts at 14 to 24, I believe. So it's not just big chunk, it's small, big, medium. So when you put the big chunk there's other little chunks that sort of fill in, and it's not just monstrous. And when he sent it, I'm like, okay, let's try it. And I put it in the sifter because I'm so used to sifting my shit. And next thing you know, it's like, I don't even have to sift this stuff. Well, there's a bonus. And, adding water to it and the way it did and the way it broke. And it was to me, the best product I've tried. And like I said, I've gone through skids of the other. So I have and I've used it for like a year and a half too. And then I've been on Go for Cocoa now for almost 4. So I tried a bag of that. It sucked. No, I tried skids and I tried 200-300 of each block for a year or so. And I think my opinion and my experience with it, is true and honest. And, I've even done videos, right? So using the new product, it was just amazing. And I'm like, hey man, you know what? He's like, hey, you should try selling it in Canada. And I'm like, it's, not really for me, but you know what? I do all the shows. I'm local. People do come. Let me try it. So in order to buy it, I figured I'll order a couple skids. No, you had to order 10 skids minimum to get a container. And I'm like, oh shit, I'm putting out a lot of money to get this. And if nobody wants it or I can't sell it, then I've got enough cocoa for 5 fucking years. Let's do it. And it turned out where it just started picking up. And I ended up getting an amazing partner to help me with logistics and take that part on because I'm just busy in so many assets. So we ended up getting in, looking how to get it into the U.S. and sent it in and had it approved by agriculture, U.S. agricultural, and got it and able to ship it in. And now we're shipping in and got distributors in the U.S. and we keep growing. I got, now we bring in 40-foot containers every few months. So I got another one that should be here next 2-3 weeks, and then, re-up everybody and have another one coming and grow from there. But it's amazing to stand behind a product that actually, I love. And when other people touch it and compare it, they're like, oh my God, I like it so much better than this product. Or other people will say, hey, you know what? It's a great product, but I like some of the sand or the dust because I know a guy here that we won't even try the cocoa because he loves that fiber core, the sandy stuff. That's what he loves for his snakes. Who am I to say, oh, you're an idiot? It's just whatever works.
So what kind of cleaner do you use?
I use chlorhexidine. So basically chlorhexidine we use to to spray. So if we do a spot clean, we'll take a nice chunk out, throw it out, scrape or spray, and then wipe it all up where it's clean. And we'll do another little sort of spray and throw cocoa back on so it'll air dry. Now, when we do a deep clean or anything that actually goes to the sink, we'll clean it out. We use Dawn soap, clean it nice. We let it air dry. Then we wipe it down with chlorhexidine. And then we use a thing called Quado 78. And it is it's like a hospital grade cleaner, kills HIV. And I didn't know this. I started doing this maybe 4 or 5 years ago. Chlorhexidine's been used so much that a lot of people that have been using it, this bacteria and all this shit that's out there will now go and get used to it. So now when you're trying to kill some of this stuff, it's not because it's transformed. And it's like, you're not hurting me anymore. So I did. I'm like, what? Wow. So let me try this other one. And I learned about the 10-minute kill time. So we'll spray everything down and move it. And by the time we get to it, it's probably like half an hour or even the next day. But now it's totally sterilized as best we can. And it's just another added precaution that we do to our full tubs. We don't do it in the ones that we're spot cleaning. But I mean, if they have a really nasty crap or, the cocoa looks where it's bad, like, after a while, because we don't do a full clean. We only do a full clean for certain things. And we're doing a very large portion of the spot cleaning. So if they go in a 4x4 area, we're doing like an 8x8 or a 9. We're taking a lot of it out and then cleaning and moving it around, adding a nice big chunk. So we're constantly refreshing it, twice a week. Yeah. So for us to just say, oh, it's shed, let's just throw it out. Another thing that we do a full swap is when you get a crappy shed and there's all these little pieces all over the place. I'm not going to have somebody or even myself pick through it. You try because it's just now, let me just try a few. And then it's like, are you kidding me? Like, is it magically reappearing? And it's just like, you know what? We don't have time for it. Let's just redo it. Yeah. So, doing what we've done and, utilizing the cocoa with this many animals, the smell, like I had a person come in for the first time with their daughter earlier. And they're like, man, with this many animals, like, there's hardly any smell. It's great. And, good ventilation. We got, 3 different systems. Like each room has their own air supply. The one I'm in now is cooler than the holdback in the adult rooms. Humidity's different in all the rooms. When you go through that front door, I'm in 80, 81 here. And in the front, it goes to 76. So it's nice and more relaxed and comfortable at the front. Here, it's a little warmer. If I was on paper again, it'd be, I remember going home and driving home, I'd be like, it's actually in my clothing. Like it's the whole room stinks in it. I smell like my room, even though I'm gone. I don't find that as much right now, if at all. So.
Oh, that's good. That's the way I feel when I go out into the garage, because that's where we have all of our rodents, right? And so that smell has penetrated the house after the second day of cleaning, because, we have a high humidity here and it's awful. But people say the same thing when they come in. It's like, oh, I thought this room would stink. Talking about the snake room. I'm like, why would you think it's going to stink?
Yeah. So, I mean, for the product of the cocoa, I mean, I got into it because one, I loved it. It's easy to sell something or let other people, give them an opinion of it and let them try it, knowing that I think it is the most superior one out there, depending on your needs, right? So I do a lot of, like you were saying, I got a lot of other species, and I use a lot of the stuff that I've when you do 600 blocks and you're sifting the dust out, I have bags and bags and bags of sifted cocoa and the core and the little sandy dust. Well, I mix that in with some, organic earth, and I put that at the bottom for my bioactive enclosures. Then I throw small chunks of cocoa on top, and I've been using that. I'm almost out. So you think about it. I haven't used cocoa. I've only used gopher cocoa now, and I don't sift at all. Not at all, because there's no dust. It's maybe a teaspoon, if that. And it's been almost 4 years, if not 5 years, and I still have cocoa fiber left, and it's nuts. Like I'm almost out, but I mean it's like holy.
Yeah, so, we've been using it for 6 months now. The small.
Yep.
That's just what we like for our animals, and it's superior. We were on Reptiles for almost 3 years. So yeah, definitely love it better.
Yeah. And the thing is there's going to be people that aren't going to try it. I'm not saying you have to try it or you're dumb. If you're happy with your product, keep it, use it. I've always liked to change. Like another thing that we're doing now in our incubators, we're not using any medium, water and hatch tray. So the hat, we basically go now. We put the eggs on the hatch tray, right into an empty tub. We bring the tub to the incubator, and we fill it up to the bottom level, and then close the lid, and then push it gently 3 inches back, and we're done. First time we've ever done that. No sponges, no nothing. We're trying it, and if we like it, we'll do it, and if not, I can give my opinion. Oh, I liked it, but this happened. Oh, this happened, but I prefer this. I want to. I'm the type of person to try different things, you know, and if it works and I like how it reacts and my animals react to it, then I make a decision. Doesn't mean it's the right way or the wrong way. It's what I prefer. And I'm that type of person to try stuff. So if I was like, nope, I'm going to stick. Nope. Sorry, Jesse. I don't want any of your cocoa blocks. I'm fucking just sticking with this. I figured, why not? You know? And then when I tried it, there was things that I liked about it and things that I didn't. And then when Go for Cocoa came, it's like it checks off every box that I want. The small, the large, the way it breaks down, that the smell's gone. The tannins are hardly as bad as some of the other products. The smell, the way it absorbs, and the quality of not having the dust. So that's why I chose, and I want to represent it. And, you know, just like Husbandry Pro, you know, amazing. I love the idea. I got in early, and you know, I love working with people that want to have an incredible product and keep pushing the bar. You know, like we could have came out with Husbandry Pro 3 years ago, 4 years ago, and say, hey, here's what you got. Hope you like it, guys. Oh, it'd be great if you did that. Screw you guys. You know, deal with it. It's not like that. We're constantly changing and upgrading. And I want to see and have it where it's not just the best for me. It's the best for many people. And that's why, you know, Husbandry Pro is such an open platform where we had a bunch of ideas and everyone else's ideas took it to where it is now. You know? So it's great because, you know, I'm being a user. If you use it and it's like, oh, I wish it did this, and it never does, you know, it's so good. It's like, hey, can you, and then see it change if it is something that's worthwhile. And it's like, oh my God, like they listen to me, you know, and then, you know, it's evolving. Like it's evolved. It evolves every month. And then I can't even get caught up on it. So I just love being involved, you know, with products.
I know. And my question is like, at what point, like number of snake wise, do you think people should get Husbandry Pro? Because I know I was at 15 snakes and I was like, I can't keep up with this stuff.
With which?
With Husbandry Pro, like at what number of snakes do you think people would start benefiting from it?
Well, I mean, what I would do, I mean, if so for me, it depends what you want to do and what you want to track. I have people with 3 snakes that love it. You know, it's easy because now they know that, you know, Susie and Dylan or whatever they name their snakes, when it pees, when it poops, when they fed it, you know, when it ate, you know, they track everything. And I don't use half the things that it can. I use a lot of things that most people won't use. So I could use everything, but I just don't think that I need to record a lot of stuff. You know, like a lot of people record their ovulations, their pre-lay sheds, their, you know, pre-ov shed. We don't, you know, we use the ultrasound. Once we have a female over 3 centimeters, we've already locked her twice, if not once, twice, sometimes 3 times. We put a black clip on, leave her alone, stop feeding, stop pairing. But for ultrasounding, we just ultrasounded, you know, my daughter and Austin did this morning. And then we had some guests over, and then Austin and I finished it off. And, you know, you just basically scan the female, hit follicular development. I pan the snake to Austin. Austin goes, oh, you know, 15. I type in 15, submit, just like that. And then we put a yellow on the tub with a white, knowing that she needs to be paired right away. And we ultrasounded, I don't know, 200-300 females in maybe 3 hours. But now I can go back with that data and go, I can see when she's grown, how her follicle has gone. And with that type of info, I can go back and see like when she reabsorbed, or, how long after, she was at 3 centimeters until she went to 4. I can gauge, I can see the trends, and I can now say, hey, these are how animals are building, because and how to pair. And with this information, I've seen, the sweet spot. So I have a number of animals that I've only paired once. One time at that sweet spot, and they're gravid. Wow. So now I want to see how big the clutches are, how viable they are. But I've had in the past where I forgot about her. Damn it. Oh shit, she's over 3. Okay, leave her. Get a nice, healthy, better clutch. I've even seen Justin do a bunch of videos where he's like, oh, and he used to have, before he had the clutch, he would have that nice card system, and he would pull it out, and he's like, oh, here she was only paired once. Well, here, I got a nice, healthy 9 clutch, a 9 egg clutch. Only paired this one time. It only takes the once, if you know exactly when. And now with this info, I'm trying to hone in on it, and see. So now I can use my males less. I can maybe pair more male to more females because I'm using them less. I can get more meals in them, pairings, instead of 1 1 1 1. I can give it a break. Pair every 2 weeks. Et cetera, et cetera. So using this data, it's amazing. Even the weight chart, you can see the weight chart, and if it's not going up, okay, what's going on? She's eating, and she's not growing. Something's wrong. Why? You can have all this information and data right there. Yeah. But for me, if I want to have a snake, someone comes in and is like, hey, Billy, I want to buy that snake. Okay. I mean, I've got racks of snakes for sale, even my holdback. I can just go to Husbandry Pro, type in the animal's name or the genetics, and it'll tell me exactly what tub, what rack. Simple. On the fly. If if you said, hey, Billy, how many animals do you have that are monsoon, het monsoon, or posset monsoon? I can type it in and tell you, hey, 486. Yeah. I can send you, I can send you a PDF, instantly, anywhere in the world from my phone. I can tell you what's for sale. It's just, the QR codes, the way it is for sales at an expo, it's so much time, because back in the day I would have to type out, I have a Brother P touch, and you'd have to go buy, and here they're like $30, and you put it in, and you're like 2018 Enchi Hypo Pie 66%. I wouldn't put het because you're wasting up too much of the tape. Yeah. Knock off big old label. And then you print it out, and you cut them, you peel the 2 sides, and you stick it on, and there's no price, there's no male or female. So then you'd have to write that in with the pen at the end, all this time, money, and work. Now I just go to Husbandry Pro. I go, I want to sell this one, this one, this one, this one, this one. The prices, the sex, everything's there, all the genetics, whatever I want to add. I hit print, it prints it off. I take it, stick it on. And the best thing is, back in the day, everybody who would buy at an expo, it's like, when was it born? When was it eating? When was the last time it ate?
And the code.
It's hard for you. So what I used to do is see that little code of the ID, the animal ID. Give me a couple days, email me, give me that code, and I'll give you all that info. So I do an expo, and then of course Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday that week, I had an extra 5 to 15 emails, and then I would have to go look up, type it in, look it up on my spreadsheet, and say, here it is. Now. When was it born? Hey, just take your phone out, scan that. Oh my God. Oh, wow. It's easier. And, people always, and we're going to try to get to this, but there's a cost to it. Okay. So say it's $20 a month or $25 a month. Okay. I save just at an expo 10 hours of time trying to print all those labels and do this, and then at the expo buy these markers and write in the name and the sex and the cost of those cartridges at $30, depending on how many I'm making. When you bring a few hundred animals, I'm going through probably $50, $60 just just in that P-Touch tape, you know? So listen to Glenn.
I know. We're going to take a quick sponsor break, and we'll be right back, everybody. You can find it here. Billy's back there jamming out.
Yeah.
Tyler was back there jamming out.
Rocking and rolling.
You have to.
But yeah, I mean, that's one thing about Husbandry Pro. It's an amazing product. If you don't feel the need to use it, then don't. I don't even use probably half of the capabilities of what it does, and I can't live without it. The ease, the fat. I mean, I can bring my daughter. My daughter is here now, and she has it, and I can assign multiple users with different accounts, and she's basically now using it. And, oh, what's this? And scanning it and trying to see what the pairings are, and going and looking at the adults to see and try to understand, you know, what made this amazing animal. Let's go look at the parents. So, you know, for someone brand new, it's pretty simple to get them to use, to learn. And it's just the savings for the time and stuff where, you know, messaging people, you know, or getting an extra 10 to 15 emails. Now you got to look at them and go, what's that number? Write it down, go look, type it in on a computer and try and email them back. I don't have to do that. It's seamless now. It saves so much time. And
I love this comment right here.
So
costs less than a cup of coffee a day. And you know what? Your time is priceless.
Yeah.
Really saying, like those QR codes, I can go through there. If I have to do them individually, most of the time I go to the bulk, knock it out, just 5 seconds, right?
Yeah. I mean, there's nothing wrong with putting it on paper. I mean, I did that for probably 15 years. And then from there, I ended up, you know, going and putting everything on spreadsheets, you know, Excel sheets. And you know, I still have some of my older stuff on there because I just haven't had the time to transport it all or transfer it all into HP, you know. Right. I see when I have to go search, you got to go here. It's like, oh, that animal's in it. Now I got to go into another spreadsheet, open it up. When I'm in HP, I can do anything. It tells me lineages, everything I want to know on one platform. I don't have to go open something else up and something else. So it's just, it's great. So I love it. You don't need it. But I think if you are growing, I won't eat it because I don't have that many snakes. Okay, so if you do have many snakes and then you want to get into it now to try to learn it and utilize it, it's better to grow with the software. You know, it's like, you know, getting some, you know, learning how to use it and manipulate it the way you want it and then grow with it. So that when you do have a lot and you do feel that you really need it, you're already a pro. You know,
right. Well, we have somebody here that's wanting to say hi to you, a little special guest come in.
Sweet.
And
where is he?
I'm trying to get it down here. I'm gonna have to do a different layout. There we go.
Sammy, what's going on, big man? Can't hear you. You're muted.
Your mic is muted.
What about now? I'm not good with computers. I had to wait for my wife to come home to hook me up.
There you go. How you doing?
Good. How you doing? You're looking good. I just want to let you know you're doing real good.
Thanks, Matt. Like, I love this stuff, man. Like, it's been. I've always talked about, I need to work on my health. I need to do this. I need to start looking at what I'm doing and how I'm doing it. And you know, once I had the hernia surgery and the doctor, like. And this was the wake-up call. like I always knew I had like a little bit, I mean, I'm not a young buck anymore. And, I'm going in and, I should be a large, but I have to put an XL on to feel, and I mean, I'm loose in my largest now. It's great.
Oh,
But the real factor was when I went in for surgery the day before my surgery, I have to be admitted into this private clinic, and they're taking my blood pressure, my height. They're making sure, it's the proper side again, because I have a first doctor that does the examination, and then the actual doctor that's doing the operation. They're measuring me, weighing me, and I'm like, 38 weighs? What? No, I'm a 36. It's like, no, here you go. I'm like, wow. And, I'm always wearing track pants and shorts around here. So that's how much I was off my waist in the last 3-4 years, just eating crap. And then they told me my weight, and I'm like, wow. The day after the surgery, when the doctor came in and removed the first set of staples, and he's like, hey, I'm sorry, normally 9 to 12 staples. We had to put 21 to you because we had to cut you open because it was bigger than I thought. And he says, for a guy your age, you have a lot of visceral fat. And I'm like, wow, and it's like, I knew it. And I'm just sitting there because you don't have really much else to do. You're in pain on meds and you can't do much. So it's like, you know what? I need to look after my health. And you know what? I've already went and got this surgery. I can't believe I'm 38 and 38 waist. I messaged my buddy that's been bugging me for like 6 months to try this product. I did. And guess what I've done? From 2 to 3 coffees a day and minimum a monster, if not 2 per day for years. Down to zero.
Wow.
Just this in the morning and at night. So this is my energy drink. And intermittent fasting is, you hear about it so much. So I have my last meal 7, 8 o'clock at night, and I, sometimes 9. Like it's not like I have to follow it. But just before this show, you know what I had? I had and you got to try this chicken shawarma pizza. It's so good, man. Chicken shawarma pizza, shawarma sauce, chicken, onions, fucking tomatoes. It's just delicious. It's probably shitty for you and not good, but it's so amazing. I'm losing weight and feeling great eating what I want. Yeah, no monsters. I have not had a monster in probably 5 weeks. And I probably had, I probably have no shit, 300-400 a year without even a lie, probably more. In a year, and now I have none. And I have more energy. I have no crash. I did have some caffeine today, but what I do is instead of having like double doubles or double triples, I have black coffee and I pour high protein chocolate milk in. So now it's like so it's nice, and I still get a little bit, but it wears off. And the reason why I had that is because our amazing guest brought over brownies, and yes, I ate the brownies. And they had carrot cake, Naimo bars, and these honey crullers, which are honey croissants. So it's like a croissant with honey on it, but it's like not a croissant. It's like melt in your mouth, like, oh my God. And I had one of each. And then I washed it down with a coffee and this chocolate milk protein, all sugar. But guess what? It's during my fast time. I mean, my non-fast time. So I get to eat what I want 7 to 8 hours. And then I 15, 16 hours I fast. And the energy I have, my body is digesting food, and it's not, I'm not going to bed on a full stomach where I would be eating sometimes 11:30. Yeah, half an hour later, let's go to bed. You're laying down, you're sitting in your stomach. Your body's digesting food instead of getting a good night's sleep. And my skin feels better. I've lost my love handles are almost gone. And it's such an easy fucking product to use. And I still get to eat what I want. It just helps you. It adds, certain things in your body. This unimate is an herb or a special plant from Argentina called yerba mate. And it gives you energy, and it's awesome. And
Billy's pushing another product, y'all.
Yeah, I just feel great. And that's the thing. It's called the feel great system. And it's funny because I'm one of those guys that are so like, you know what? There's no way I can't have 3 coffees and a Monster. I need that shit. You think you do. Well, guess what? You fucking don't. Like, it's incredible. And I feel great. And I'll scream it to the world, right? Because it's something you ain't getting my ghost.
Yeah.
You know? But the thing is I love the ghost. I love the monsters. The problem is I know it's not good for me. I know it. Right. Everyone says, Billy, man, you gotta chill out on those fucking things. I know I do. Well, I found something to take me off and actually give me more energy, and I'm more focused. I've had people that are on it said, hey man, I'm sleeping better than I have in 7 years. You know, it's going to affect everybody differently. But for me, you know, getting out of my rut where it's like, you know, I'm on this health kick now, I'm really happy with it.
I think, no, for me, I'm going to have to get that because I think it was probably about a year ago now. I stepped on the scale and I saw a number that I told myself if I ever hit that number, something's wrong. So about 12 months have gone by and I'm down like 70 pounds. So, amazing. And it's similar to what you said. It wasn't a big change. It's just don't eat super late, don't eat breakfast, and I eat kind of what I want, move a little more. So,
now, do you have energy? Like, what are you doing to enhance your energy?
Man, not much.
He's a young pup. He got a lot of energy.
True.
I do usually.
When I was a young pup, I was pounding back coffees and you know, Red Bulls, right? Because Monsters weren't around. Like, when Red Bull came out, man, it was like Red Bull. Let's go to the bar. What are you drinking, Billy? Red Bull and vodka, baby. Like, like, what the fuck? Like, how are you drinking that shit, dude? And you know, you'd have 3 or 4 drinks, and I'm pouring in a can, and they're like, holy fuck, you ain't gonna sleep, or you're gonna have a heart attack and sleep that way. Like, you know, it's not good for you. But hey, I've made it. I know it's not good. And like I said, I mean, being young, you got an advantage. And I wish I did this a long time ago. And I knew I needed it. And that's the thing. When you know that you need to do the change, that's what's good. Not people telling you.
Right. My brother's a bodybuilder. So he'd always get on me about do X, Y, do Z, you'll lose weight, you'll feel better. And I was like, whatever. I didn't care. Then I saw that weight and I was like, nope, we're changing now. And it's been great. I used to drink 2-3 Monsters a day, you know, a year and a half ago when I was in high school. And I felt like shit every day.
A year and a half ago in high school. Yeah. Oh my gosh, that's crazy.
See, yeah, and then, you know, I got too geeked up on Monsters and stuff, and I was like, no, this sucks. So I stopped. I don't like coffee. I drink no caffeine at all. Try and just, I have a little bit of energy usually. So you know, girlfriend doesn't like that I don't want to go get coffee with her sometimes because I don't drink coffee, but you know, been trying to watch the weight a bit, and I want to know what that product is to see what
message me, I'll send you a link. And here's the thing, like, if you're not happy with it, they offer a 90-day guarantee, money back. Yeah.
That's awesome.
And the thing is, if you use my code, I think you get $40 or $50 off. So
wow. Okay.
Yeah, and it gets shipped right to your door. And like I said, I swear by it. And it's funny because I did an expo. You know, not this Sunday. Not the Sunday past, the prior one. And I'm sitting there, and this is my energy drink. So instead of cracking a Monster, I'm drinking this. Yeah, I was in high school. Yeah.
He was in a hole.
Oh man, you wish.
Yeah. 100 year and a half away. So when I'm drinking this, during the expo around 2 p.m, and I had a guy come up, a real jack guy that I know with a friend. And he's like, oh, shit, you're on that? And I'm like, yeah, man, I love it. He goes, I used to be on it. I'm like, oh, like I said, I feel like I'm going to always be on it. How come, you know, you didn't like it? What? He goes, no. He said, I loved it. I lost like 70 pounds. Wow. And he's a jiu-jitsu trainer now. And he's perfect in great shape. Like, you know not to fuck with the guy when you look at him, right? He's got the cauliflower ears. And he's just built like a ship brick house. and you'd probably break your hand punching the guy. So, and I'm like, well, why'd you get off? He goes, because I live a new lifestyle now where I don't really need it, because I eat clean, I'm doing this, and I train because it's my lifestyle now. So this helped them go from being overweight to being in that like a class, like, and I could never have that lifestyle, the way I run around and do shit, and the stress, and then the timing, and too late, and I just can't. It's not for me. And plus, I don't do veggies and stuff. But he says my wife's still on it, and she will always be on it. And that's
so. What does it taste like?
This tastes like, so this here is the lemon. It tastes like a lemon. I wouldn't say ginger, but a lemony herbal tea. You can have it cold or hot. I like it cold. And then when you have your other meals, so I sip this just like it's a Monster. When you have your meals, which is usually two big meals, noon and 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock, you get a little package, and you rip it up, you put it in some water, stir it, and you drink it within 30 seconds to a minute. It tastes like a little bit watered down orange creamsicle. So it's actually good tasting. Yeah. And you want to drink it fast because it thickens. So it goes in, it basically, fills up your belly and coats your belly. And then when you eat the food, it actually goes and surrounds the food. So it helps break it down, and when you're, and lots of fiber and other stuff to help with the digestion and the cravings. And that's another thing. Even though I had a lot of sugar today in the brownies, I don't crave it like I used to. So
that's a big part
in here that helps. I'm trying to learn more about the product. It's just I don't have time, but I know it helps with a lot of different things: acne, anxiety, man boobs, stomach. Helps clean out some of your liver and kidney functions, and all that other kind of stuff. So
we're just piling in more guests on you, Billy.
Look at that, man. Jamie.
We have Miss Jamie, Jess, which I'm sure you know, Husbandry Pro.
What's going on?
Josh.
What's up, Billy?
Not much, man. How you doing?
I was like, we can't just keep Billy all to ourselves. We got to share it with the reptile world.
I know.
Just to let you know, I chose left today.
Yeah.
By the way.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's sometimes I'm trying to put them out, and it's funny because one person, I forget who it was, said, if it's a female, I'll go right, but if it's a male, I'll go left. And I'm like, you know what? That's actually cool. I pretty much should
turn it off now.
Like, you make a comment where it's like, if it was a male, which one would you pick? If it was a female, which one would you pick? Because that will really alter, your decision on a lot of products. I mean, on a lot of animals, which I think is awesome. And the first time I saw that, and I'm like, fucking bear. I'm no quitter. That's how I felt, because I am stubborn in many ways. And, enough was enough with my health. And I reached out to my buddy, and he's like, swears by it. Got his parents on it. And, they went from 7 medications, Dad, down to 2. And they're both heart medications.
Wow.
The high blood pressure, the what is it? The high blood pressure,
cholesterol.
The cholesterol. They were all on pills. I had another person that I met was on Ozempic, and Ozempic has a lot. And he lost quite a bit of weight. He had the stomach pains, the constipation, the headaches, the nausea. It's like I can't continue to put my body through this to lose weight because I'm not happy. And he got off of it, and started feeling better again. Got on this product, never looks back. He's lost, probably 80 pounds to 100 over the last few years, and has kept it off. And if you see his before and after, his skin, he looks younger than he was 3 years ago. So, I mean, it helps everybody in a certain way. I just know that for someone that is amped up like I am, and need the coffee and need this stuff, it's not healthy for me, especially when my coffee isn't black. It's double, 2 milk, 3 sugar, cream, 2 cream, 3 sugar. and I'm just basically, I might as well just get bags of sugar and just pour it down me. Like, screw the liquid. It's not good for me. Like, you know,
I just gotta smoke crack.
you might as well. Yeah. You know, I mean, even Austin, man, you know, with his water breaks, you know, he's like,
look at Jeff here pounding that 2 liter.
You know, I mean, everybody pushes themselves to a limit. We all know we're, I shouldn't, but hey, you know, you just got to realize that, hey, you know what? Now's the time to do it. And I wish I did it earlier. I wish I listened to my buddy 6 months ago. I wish I didn't put my body in this position many years ago. This isn't just something that's happened for 6 months. This is something that I've got into this habit and lifestyle that, next time. 5 years later, it's like, holy fuck, look at me. And that's our problem. Like, even when I got off the social media a few years back, it was a year. I said, I'm going to take a break. It was a year for the MC, my channel, my content. And it's like, there's always stuff like, oh, I'll do that tomorrow. Oh, you know what? I'll do it tomorrow. And it just keeps adding up with the other shit that keeps adding up. And next thing you know, a couple little things now, it's like, how do I even attack this? Like, because you keep pushing it over and you're using bad habits to keep going and it doesn't get better. And now I've just decided, hey, you know, I'm sitting here. I just got a 7-inch gash to get fixed. The doctor's telling me I have visceral fat. I'm 2 inches on my waist wider than I thought I ever would be. And next thing you know, I made a decision and I'm glad because I feel healthier. People tell me, they're like, holy shit, look how good. Like, oh my God, you look so great. And I'm like, wow, like, you know, it's good when other people are doing that because when you look at yourself daily, you don't see the change. But I had a person that comes for, comes every couple weeks to come visit and pick some stuff up. And they saw me out of my, oh my God, in the face. Wow, he just got kissed by a snake.
Mwah.
Oh.
Mwah.
Wow.
Yeah. That's what happens when your racks are 9 foot tall and you're standing on a ladder to get to the top.
Yeah, it sucks getting old.
So Billy, if it's okay, I've told the people that they could ask you a question if they have something.
Sure.
I'm pretty sure Jamie does, and hopefully we'll be more coming in and out. So
Ask away.
Oh, I don't have a question. I just wanted to say happy birthday.
Oh, thank you.
Belated birthday. I love your Patreon. If y'all are listening, it's tons of information on there. This is my first year into breeding and it's helped out a ton.
Great.
And I was wondering if you could show off your birthday snake because it's gorgeous.
Oh, yes. I don't have it yet. I will have it probably maybe next week. I've got the enclosure all set up. Okay, 1 second. Oh, there it is. It's not recognizing my face. I'm like, wow, is it changing that much? So I've always wanted these ever since I saw Kevin McCurley.
Is it a mangrove?
It is a mangrove.
Oh, Billy.
A Boega.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah.
They're nice.
And it's a female.
I know you've been wanting one.
Yeah, captive bred female. And
Now, how big is they get?
5-6 feet, maybe 7 feet, but they stay thin, right? Like,
it's kind of like an Asian rat snake, about the same size.
So
they're sweet.
Oh, Leon, he's wiping off
so pretty, man. I knew you wanted one.
Man. That was more than a kiss, man. I think you got the other end too.
Yeah, you guys made out.
I would have fell off the ladder.
There was no ladder. I was hanging off the rack.
Yeah.
Oh, no shit.
He climbs the racks too.
Yeah, I kind of like the mandarins.
Yeah.
They're cool.
There's so many different ones. So I actually have some, Mexican black king snakes that are breeding. I've got some tangerine Hondurans and some other ones that I'm breeding. I've got some Mexican gray bandits growing up. Just to get, ones that I really always liked. So I'm trying, new things and learning about them. I've got some hognose that I'm going to be, cooling and breeding soon. The tree monitors are something that I'm really going to get into.
Oh, I love the blue trees.
Yeah. So I got a blue, I got a green tomorrow, and then I got a yellow and a black, and then I'm getting them from different clutches, right? So that they're not, from the same clutch.
Related.
So yeah, not related.
I have black milks. I went that way instead of the MBK.
Yeah. There's so many different ones, and I have a friend of ours that has so many bull snakes and pines and rats and kings and you name it, and I'm like, so many different types of milks, and I'm like, look at this.
Yeah.
Like, it's amazing. Thing is I don't want to take, I want to work with what I enjoy and learn about it. And if I do decide, I did see the albinos.
Mm-hmm.
There's albinos and there's also caramels.
Mm-hmm.
There's like a caramel Mexican black. And I'd like to see how they age too. But for me, I'm trying to, get into other species I've always wanted. I've got some green trees coming as well, and I'm going to start working with those and at least enjoying them. And if I do decide to breed them or give it a shot at it, I'm a noob, right? So I'm going to learn about it and set up their enclosures. And a lot of the stuff I do is bioactive, and
Nice.
It's really, I enjoy setting them up. And
where are you putting all these snakes?
I have in the front. So,
in one of his 40,000 square foot facilities.
So
ball pythons.
there's all the ball pythons. In the front, I have all my other species.
Right.
Behind this red door, where Austin is, that solid red door without the window, that's where all the super dwarfs are going. So,
but I thought that's where your incubator is.
Yes, they've been moved. We have an incubator room. Yeah.
Oh,
so yeah.
Stalker. Yeah, I'm looking for a pair of blue barons.
Yeah,
Right.
those are the racers, right?
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. They're pretty awesome too. And rhino rat snakes and the vine snake. There's so many cool species. Yeah. I don't want to just go and grab a bunch and say, oh, look what I want to really enjoy it and learn and see. Like with the geckos. I've got lychees, I've got chihuahuas, cresteds, and gargoyles. And I've been successful breeding all of them.
And some of the nicest bioactives in the game too.
I'm trying. I really and I get to try out different things. So I have a lot of all my green tree, not my green tree, sorry, my tree monitors. They're going in Cornell's World enclosures, and they're here in Canada. The same ones I have in my incubators, and I've got the glass sliders coming, 4, 5, and 6 foot cages for the super dwarfs. And then, for all my geckos, I'm using exoterras as well as focus cubes. And, the focus cube, I've got the, I think it's the Cambro tubs in, I think they call it the Concept 3 or but they're just amazing, right? And so trying different people's enclosures, my Cayman lizard, Drake, as well as my Fijis, they're in wooden enclosures, custom made by Ontario Iguanas. They're awesome. They're great. So I'm basically trying to, a bunch of different, people in giving a little bit of love to everybody and just choosing what I like. And, I don't want to have everything in one, at least for now. Like, I like certain things about everything. So now I get to just do that, set up the enclosures, put in isopods and springtails, working with some plants and pothos and snake vines and knowing what plants are good. Some animals like the Fiji iguanas, they will eat. So you can't have
I love it.
You got to really learn what you're doing. And, you can't put a plant that's toxic if the animal eats it, because, it just might. And now you have a dead animal because you put the wrong. So there's so much to learn. So I don't want to sit there and try to learn everything. I'm trying to work on certain things. And, I might get my tree monitors. By the time I get a pair and get to start even pairing them, it could be 2 fucking years from now. And I'm trying to do 4 pairs of all the different colors, right? So it's a long period of time, and I get to learn and interact with them too. So
is the end goal with getting more species and different species to have more of the Mutation Creation revenue come from other species as well? Like maybe not more than half, but like a significant portion of your revenue coming from
no, I mean, for me to go, like, say in the next 2 years, I invest in, tree monitors. So the whole tree monitor thing, by the time I get everything set up with the caging and even the animals, I'm going to invest, say, 50,000. But that's only for a pair of 4 different types. So 8 animals, all these big enclosures, stuff for the raising up, and then where I breed them, and all the nice setups. It's more for enjoyment. I sit there and I watch them and I see them hiding, or I go and they'll chase something. Or when I water them down, you see them going and licking, from the bark or the leaves. It's like, man, it's so cool. Or when they try to mate, right? They go up and grabs her and tries to shake her and, tries to do his thing. It's so cool because you put a ball python in, they ain't doing that. It's just,
I gotta
do it, dude. Like here, like, it's a total different experience. But even if that happens, a tree monitor, lays 5-6 eggs, might double clutch. So 5 or 10 in years down the road, for the amount of money that I've invested in the time, it's not like, holy man, it's not ball python money. It's not like the genetics or, you can't, right now, most tree monitors are $2,000-$3,000. You're not going to make a $25,000 tree monitor from breeding 2,000. There's no genetic diversity. There's no next level morph, at least from what I understand. And, it's for me to enjoy them.
Right.
So ball pythons is my revenue. I am working with boas. We're going to start with the super dwarfs and put like 3-4 years in and get to what we want to do. So I like the different revenue, but with Husbandry Pro, with the cocoa, other businesses I have, the real estate, we're actually looking to even move here. We're actually looking for a new building and moving.
Are you going to build your own building, right? You say you have
I don't know. I mean, we have an area that we really like to go to, and we're going to start looking there. Everything's sort of on the go. Austin as well is going to be owner of the building also. So, everything is sort of moving together. It's just finding the right place and then doing it. Have a plan and then set out the steps to go towards the plan. It could be like this, or it could be one of those fucking hurdles like, man, let's start over. It's not easy, but anything that's easy isn't really great in my opinion. Everything I've had that's really, wow, this is amazing. I've had to jump through fucking hoops. So now I'm breeding different animals and stuff to enjoy it and learn. Yes, I'm making a few mistakes, but I can reach out to people, say, hey, what's going on? Oh, you got to do this. Oh, I'm using the wrong this. Oh, okay. So I'm learning. And for me, it's more of, I've built this baby up to where it is. Now I can do other things to, get my sort of head out of the game to go into something else. Even simple thing that I did a year ago is got into breeding ASFs. Oh, 3-2 Boston.
Just keep it close.
Basically, getting into the ASFs and looking at the whole production, how I feed, how you can actually, pick the best ones out. And now I've got like solid browns. I'm working on solid whites. I know what it eats. I can see how great they are. You put I give it the best food, the best seed, and you see how great they are. And I can pick them up by the handfuls, and you see how good mums are, and I can feed my collection, and I know what's in them, and I know how great they are, and I can pick the perfect sizes, and it gets my head for a day out of this. Everything else, I turn my phone off. The only time I really get back into reality is around 6:30. I eat and I do my live stream because Monday is ASF cleaning day and pulling. And then, it's just a whole new world. I basically escaped from the ball pythons, and, if there's something that Austin needs, I'll go in there, but I'm focused on the production and the cleaning, and it's been great. And it's, I wish it's like another thing. I wish I did this years ago. You know what I mean? So, I got this new sort of outlook is like, stop putting shit off. Like if it comes in your mind, why think about it? Fucking do it. And you're going to see a lot more of that. And I don't know if it's this new unicity because I'm more focused and I want to go and attack the world. I feel great. And Austin, about a month or so ago, was like, hey man, like, look, I got into some, some super dwarfs, and like, wow. And I'm like, holy shit, they're fucking cool. He's like, I want to do this. I think, this is something that's cool down the road. And I'm like, let's do it. Like, let me get into it with you. Let's do it. So, we're going and moving forward on it. And
are they pure Kalatoa?
We have some. I have a very high percentage, like 93.75. We've got some. What are the pieds? 62. Oh, 75. So the pieds are 75% Kalatoa, 100% het pieds. So those we're going to breed and do some other stuff. But we've got some purples and I'm learning about all this too, because Austin just, look at this thing. Look at this. Whoa. It's awesome, right? So looking in and looking at the pure bloodlines and the different areas they are, and learning when you breed this to that, what the outcome is. So learning, learning.
Are you strictly feeding ASFs now?
For my ball pythons, yes.
Okay.
So one thing I've noticed is I would say when I was feeding strictly rats, I would say 10-15% would be picky eaters or miss meals. And then you go, okay, well, the off week I would get ASFs to try to feed those guys or whatever to try to, because to me, I want the snake to eat. Do I care what it eats? No, I want it to eat. Okay, especially with my breeding stock, my holdbacks, I want it to eat. Oh, I'm not going to feed it. Oh, it's going to die if it doesn't eat rats because I'm not switching anything else. I've heard people say that, and that's great. But for me, I want my animals to thrive. So I would give it other options, just like, hey, some of these aren't eating. Why? I tried ASFs. I tried rats. Let's try Da Vinci ball. What else, what else could hurt? Like, what? Let's try it. You do it. And whoa, that was a great success. Holy, wasn't the final answer, But now I show people, when I go through my whole back room, I fed off 800 animals. 2 didn't eat out of 800 animals. You know why? They're both in shed.
Right.
That's awesome.
I got 100% pretty much. I could say 99.5% eat in that whole room. Austin, the adult room. Where are we now in the adult room as far as percentages from when we ate to when we that they don't? So he's saying like 65 to 70 to 90% eating.
Wow.
Okay. Now, some of those are because the male's breeding. Now he's in breeder mode. Some of the females are like, that one lock away from, so, there's hormonal issues involved. And some females after they lay, they just don't want to eat. So, okay, let's try to do this. Da Vinci, let's, whatever works. But we used to have the reds where, actually, I'll show you right now because I can see them. Okay, so Austin just counted, and out of 600 plus females, breeders, there's only 14 that didn't eat this week.
Wow,
okay?
That's awesome.
So see this?
Yep.
Reds. Okay, so these are reds. There's probably 200 in here, maybe 300. I don't even know. We sometimes, because when one doesn't eat and then it didn't eat another week, you put another one, and if it didn't eat, you put another one. But every time we get 2 or more, we Da Vinci. Okay. Sometimes facility, this would be like shit where we don't have any more reds left. Holy moly. You know, when you have 3,000 animals with Austins, you know, 3,000 animals, 300 don't eat. This is empty. We're, oh shit, we don't have any more reds. Damn it. Well, pull one of the one that has 3 off, and we've done this. Pull some of the ones that have 3 because 2's already not good. Pull one that has 3 so we can use it. Now this is full. So having ASFs, my animals are eating. They're eating a smaller meal, which I truly believe is more nutritious. And we're feeding, 60 to 80 gram ASFs, and we're getting better growth than feeding 120, 140, 50 gram rat.
So my question is, are you worried about your customers saying, hey,
nope,
I don't want a snake that's on ASFs, just rats?
Okay, so, if it takes an ASF, it'll always eat an ASF. Okay,
right.
I don't know where they're, what do they have, 5 snakes or 1 snake that won't get back onto rats? I have no idea. So before I did this, I would feed once a week, okay, rats, my entire collection. 2 weeks later, ASFs. A week later, everything mice. Guess what? 90% of them ate whatever the fuck I gave it. You know why? Because they were hungry. I always feed every 2 weeks. Okay. So when you feed weekly, a ball python's metabolism is 10 to 14 days. So you can go in my whole back room. I haven't hit 1,000 gram wall, or my animal goes off of, 900 to 1,000, goes off food for months. Mine don't. You know why? Because you're overfeeding it. I truly believe that.
Right.
I do not have the 1,000 gram wall. It hasn't been in existence to me for 3-4 years. Okay. My animals go in, I feed them every 2 weeks. When I open the tub, they want to eat because they're hungry. They're not still full digesting the food. That's only 50, 60% digested from last week. Okay.
Right.
So they're more active. They're more food aggressive. They eat. The food response is almost 100%. When I go feed, they want to eat. They're not in the back going, oh, fuck, another one? Come on.
Yeah.
What about the babies? You feed the babies every 2 weeks, or you feed them every
I feed the babies every week up to about 250, 300 grams. So once they, in this rack here, these guys here, they get every week. Okay. When they go into the 10, I feed them every 2 weeks. So they're usually 250 to 300 gram range. And then I do that. Some people wait to 500.
Yeah, that's what I do.
I'm not in a rush. And there's no right or wrong way. Okay. Austin, still feeds a lot of his animals even higher weekly. Sometimes you'll feed for 3 weeks, take a week off. You change it up. So I do what I feel is best for me and for the collection and for the animals. And I've noticed that, I'm still getting my animals to breed in 2 years. Not like, it's probably going to take 4 years. Well, if it was taking 4 years for me to feed every 2 weeks, I'd be like, hey, well, I need these things. I'm falling behind. I want my collection to continue the way it was. Let me feed weekly. I don't find that. But when you feed a rodent this big, I would say a third of it or more is bone, fat, skin, fur. That weight isn't being digested anyway. It's coming out in the big shit. My shits are smaller because they're digesting more. That weight of 160 or 60 to 80 grams, they're probably getting 50, 60% of that weight, digested, where you have 120 gram rodent, they're probably only digesting 70 or 80 of it. It's I've also seen, and I've seen this with Austin, because Austin did this last year where, I was still doing half and half, and his animals were breeding faster. They were giving more clutches, more eggs in the clutch. I'm like, what the fuck? So now I'm like, wow, like, you know what, kid? I mean, whatever it is, I'm doing it. But to get back to your question about, you only feed ASFs, eh? What about your customers? So November, December, I sent my last package of about 80 plus animals. Actually, it was 84. In November and December, there was another 60 something. So 150 animals. Only ASF. Okay. Adults, proven breeder adults, holdbacks, and hatchlings. The majority of them hatchlings. They were all shipped out. It is now April, almost May. I've had one person that I talked to on my Patreon, like, hey, how did those 36 animals? 2 are a little picky, but everything else is eating like a champ. I have people that say, hey, you know what? Frozen thawed the next day after I put it in. 150. And I've tried it where, guess what? When an animal is hungry, it will eat. Okay? If it is not hungry because it's overfed, maybe I might not want to eat. You know, we always say, oh, it's not, it's the 1,000-gram wall. Do you think there's a 1,000-gram wall in the wild? I don't believe so, because I've been doing it for 4 years and I don't hit a 1,000-gram wall. You know what I mean?
So we're going straight ASF, and that was a concern of mine because other people in the industry have asked about it.
It couldn't be possible that it might not, but I have not come across that. And I've tried that myself where, you know, hey, you know, bring me 1,000 mice. Bam, 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 bam. Bring me 1,000 rats. Bam, 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 bam. Bring me 1,000 ASF. They eat. And guess what? Oh, if you feed it a mice, it will never eat anything else. Really? Because in the wild, they'll eat fucking birds. People will eat sausage links. You can do so many other different things.
I've given mine quails before.
Oh, quails!
They do fine.
100%.
They do fine.
You know?
It's a messy cleanup. But but they love them.
There's nothing wrong with a diverse variety diet.
I'm actually excited because
one, it only does that. I would say with thousands, with over a year of doing that, well, at least 6 months of doing that, with thousands of animals for a 6 month, that's bullshit. Now,
what I heard with
that are picky. I still have silly animals that won't eat black rats. They'll only eat white, and vice versa. I have ones that if I feed right now, they won't. But if I turn the lights out and feed, they'll eat. Like, what the hell's going on? So there are exceptions to the rule, you know, and not everything is black and white. But guess what? I feel comfortable enough to feed all these animals and get them, just like telling people, hey, feeding every 2 weeks. Most people that have done that or shift that into some of these adults and stuff, wow, the food response is better. I'm not hitting that 1,000-gram wall. Wow, they're growing at a better rate, I think, by feeding them less. And, you know, the poops are smaller. And, you know, people, oh, no, you're doing it wrong. Well, why in the wild does a ball python eat, what, 15, 20 times a year?
Yeah.
It's an
They're opportunistic.
Correct. But
well, see, I heard
52 times a year.
I heard the benefits with the
snakes.
furs were people have noticed color enhancement. They color up better. They're just leaner and healthier. Just stuff like that.
Yeah, I don't really know those. I've heard a lot of that with ASFs. Yeah. I haven't really noticed that. I'd like to say that all my snakes are beautiful and vivid, but hey, you know, I haven't really put that to the test. But seeing Austin for a year and seeing me go from having, you know, this, empty or pretty much empty for years, and now going on ASFs, and this is fucking full. Yeah. You know, and it's not awesome. It's consistent.
That's awesome.
Seeing Austin, and my animals are growing just as well as they would if I was still doing the big rodents, pooping less, seeing Austin's production get bigger clutches and you know, the animals feeding every 2 weeks, seeing that you know, it's not stressful. Like eating the digestive system of a ball python, it's stressful for them. Eating is stressful for them. Their heart enlarges twice its size. The plasma in the blood thickens so that it slows the blood down so that it can concentrate on digestion. And also the intestines and the insides move so that it can, you know, digest its food. It's a very strenuous, fucking stressful thing for a ball python to do. So why do it fucking every week?
Yeah.
You know, you're not even getting that heart back down to size. It's staying enlarged its entire life because we're overfeeding it. In my opinion, it's not natural. It's not in the wild. And you know, I forget who said it. It might even have been MJ or a guest saying, I forget, one of the major breeders, I think it was even Tim Bailey, saying that, hey, you know, he feeds his breeder animals 8 to 10 times a year. That's it. And what is he having? Successful clutches. Do you think these animals in the wire are getting 25, 30, 40 meals? No.
Yeah.
You know,
they might eat
because I feed probably in the 6-7 months that they're not building, or in that they're probably eating, I would say 9 months out of the year. And if I feed every 2 weeks, what's that? 9, that's 18 times. 18 times a year. I'm feeding my snakes 18 times a year. I just got a 9 egg clutch from a second year female.
Yeah.
I'm feeding half. You know, people think, and where did we get? Oh, ball pythons have to eat every week. From the colubrids that have to eat like, you know, 4 or 5 times. All these other animals. Well, why don't we feed GTPs like ball pythons every week? Because you're kill them. You got to meals 10 to 14 days. Sometimes every 3 weeks.
Right.
Why do we, you know why? Because, the faster we get it to 1,200, 1,500 grams, the faster we can breed it. No, because overfeeding your snakes too much fat will also slug out.
Yep.
You know?
I feed my rats vegetables.
So I don't. Now you can gut load, but the thing is, from what I heard, is if you, and a lot of people, and I've even seen guys, because I'm new to the rat game. So don't anyone chew my head off. This is secondhand. I don't know. I ask questions too. But when I used to get rodents brought to me, you know, from some people, they'd have a carrot in or celery, and well, guess what?
Yeah.
If that animal is doing it right now and eating it today, and I take it out and I feed it, it's not in the bustle, it's not in the tissue, it's going to be shit out, you know, because it's not inside the animal. There's no nutrition. You know what I mean? Like if I eat something healthy right now, it's in my stomach, I can go, hey, like, look how healthy my body is. Well, it hasn't digested into my system. It's in my gut. You know, that's what's going to happen. Yeah. It's going to shit out with the, it might get the animal looking healthier or the rodent fatter or heavier. It's not going to do any fucking health or any good to your snake. So if you're going to gut load it, you gut load it prior in weeks while it's growing up so that it's actually digested and into their structure.
I give mine dried dates, almonds,
nuts,
cashews.
Yeah,
it's all protein boost them. 100%. Is what I do.
So my food is about 3 days before feeding. 31% protein.
Okay.
I have a mix of like it's like a racing pigeon mix. You know, corn, millet, oat, grains, black sunflower seed, corn, certain peas. They eat it up like crazy, especially the little guys, you know. And then when they get bigger, they'll start going on to the actual the kibble food, right?
Yeah.
But it's high protein, and my animals are smooth. And they look silky. They're not hungry. They're not eating each other because they're hungry. They look healthy as hell. And some people, I used to try it. Used to throw a hard-boiled egg in. I found that I didn't need to, right? And I didn't see any benefit. So instead of me going and spending $100 a week and then sitting there boiling them and then pulling them out, because when you have 300 colonies, you have no, you know, unless I'm out with a vat that I think is a swimming pool, you know. But
eggs are expensive.
And then I'm doing it, and I don't really see a big difference. But some people do and swear by it. I just found that it didn't work.
I feed mine the kabak, 23%.
Yeah.
And then I give them black oil sunflower seeds, freeze-dried mealworms.
Yep.
Yeah, so I haven't done the mealworms, which I've started doing once in a while. I hear that. I've never tried that. So learning this process, it might be something to, hey, let's try that. Or once a month, here
more
you go.
protein.
Yeah. So, but one thing I've done is I'm so glad I learned the process. I see the health and how well they look and how they go, how
they're just chewers, man. They're fucking chewers. Mine.
I buy the knockoff bag cereal shredded wheat.
Okay, yeah.
Mine love it. They love it. Yeah. And I'll mix it with the Missouri pellets with shredded wheat and throw it on there, and they tear it up, man.
See, mine were
wasting.
They
also like Cheerios, just plain Cheerios.
Yeah,
mine were wasted in Missouri.
I get mine's rice and beans.
Yeah, chorizo.
But yeah, I mean, it's a new process for me, but I'm so glad I did it, and I wish I did it before. And the thing that my mentality now is, I should have did it earlier. My health, I should have got on this product or my health earlier, and now it's like, hey, Austin, you want to get it? Let's do it. Like, let's do it. No more fucking, let's wait. Let's just do it. And that's what we've been doing. And I feel great because, it's like everything I do now is just push forward, but I also have it like what Tyler said, like, you're just going to go and do, no, I want to get into it slowly and understand it, enjoy it. I don't want to sit there and create something all fucking crazy. Like, I don't need any more stress. And I don't want to, not perform or give the animals what they need or, because the snakes, they're a lot different than working with a lizard where you have to, give it, night cycles and light cycles and UVB and special plants. And you got to worry about the misting and
Did it take a long time to change from rats to AFS?
Sorry?
Did it take a while to change, to the
We feed both.
ASAP. Boom.
Exactly.
So you breed enough for your collection?
Yeah, we produce probably
2,000-3,000
a week.
Because I know you were buying for a while, and then you were doing like one large meal every 2 weeks to.
Yes. So, I went from about 12 to 15,000 a month. To now, probably about 2,000 to 3,000 in food and bedding and stuff like that.
Yeah.
By putting in a lot of investment and
a lot more work.
Yeah, I'm saving 6 figures a year.
Nice.
But the control of knowing because I don't care what breeders out there. I over the 20 years I've dealt with a lot of breeders. Sometimes and it's like, I order fuzzies. I order fuzzies for a reason because they're big enough, small enough to feed my hatchlings. Hey, I didn't have any fuzzies, but hey, I gave you a bunch of fucking hoppers, but I'll charge you the same price. Well, thanks for fucking hooking me up, but I can't feed these things.
Yeah.
So,
now you got the guys out there feeding dog food.
Or I've had, especially the costs keep going up. And guess what? Okay. I'm a slave to them. And I love not having that and being on their cycle. Yeah. Right. And I've seen it where sometimes, guess what? They got to fulfill my order. Sometimes they can't fulfill. So my mediums are actually small, but you're charging me for mediums. Hey, it's like, it's not a perfect world. Right. And I get it, but I can control everything from A to B or from A to Z. And it's such a better feeling.
Oh, yeah.
It gets me into something and I enjoy it. For that day, like if I had to do that every single day, I'd be like, no fucking way. It gives me one full day, and it's just an amazing process. I wish I did it earlier.
And with the ASFs, you don't have to clean as much.
No, and what's great about it, we do
They
everything.
smell better.
They go in one little corner, man. They're very.
I don't know if you tried it. The hemp bedding, it's pretty nice.
Try that.
Yeah, I've heard that too.
Yeah, the hemp bedding's nice.
I like them because they never get too big. If you grow up too many, put them in another grow out tub. The rats, and you start having to you have to euthanize them, freeze them off, find somebody who's got some big boas.
Yeah, that's right. Those jumbos, like, like, we have here in Canada, people are like, hey man, anybody with some big the big thing, or take these things. I got so many, and they're freezing them, and they keep doing that. Like, it doesn't make sense to keep buying.
I have to give them away sometimes.
They got to give them away for free, or yeah, and that's an issue. ASFs, man, even my large ones, I can feed, to my big animals, and I can feed them too.
Right.
And that's another thing too with a smaller meal like an ASF. I have no problem double feeding some of my animals. So when I say I do my animals every week, my adults, I do every other week. I mean, but then what we'll do is I have a bunch of extras. I'm like, hey, Austin, here's a week. Let's double feed, or not double feed, but we'll get a third meal in a month on the ones that are building.
Yeah.
The ones that are going. So anything we're repairing, we'll go through and we'll feed in our off week. So they're going to get 3 meals in a month during that cycle. Or
it's more natural.
It is. And I mean, it's such a great feeling to have full control, but it's great, the process. Like, I'm enjoying the process and, learning and seeing them. And now I'm like trying to make full whites, and now I have my browns going, and browns are giving me the most. And, now I'm really getting into, the breeding and what's better and how to do this and what colonies are the best fit. So it's almost like I'm experimenting with something new for the best of the rodents, it's amazing feeling.
And what's great is Billy shares this information freely with everyone. So one thing I learned is you wanna feed off your albinos, because they're not going to breed well for you. That's something Billy had,
I found
in the Patreon. So now I love them. They were so cute, especially the albino brown ones.
Yeah.
But I just feed them.
So
off.
even when I sort, right? Because what I do is when we pull all the weans out from the 300 colonies, we've got several thousand. And I don't want to feed off the females because I hold them back to grow. So I go and I get one in the middle, and then I put a tub on the left, a tub on the right. I put a blue clip for male, pink clip, male, female, albino. I don't even look at the sex. If it's albino, it goes into, and then once I fill that up, I put the pink, I move it up, and then I get another one. I take the males and I feed them off. And then if I have to, I can go in and go through some of the females. But it's just, we've seen that they get a better production. And I mean, for the albinos, they don't produce as much and as long as the other. And that's what we've noticed. Maybe other people have the opposite results, but that's what we've noticed. And that's why that's what we do.
Are you talking albino with red eyes?
Yeah, the albinos with the red eyes. Yeah.
Okay.
I always did the best on the full coated, the non-pieds.
On which ones, Zach?
The natural coat, the non-pied ones, the solid browns, like those.
Correct.
Just always got massive for me.
Our browns are the biggest and the best producers for the longest period. So that's why I have a lot of the browns. And a big shout out to A Exotics, Kevin and Whitney. They do ASFs also. And they have pure white ones. And they're like, oh my God, it looks like a mouse on steroids. It's so cute. How do you make those? So you take the highest whites that you have and you keep breeding them back. You line breed them. So that's what I'm doing. I'm in the process now. I've got a bunch of colonies right now for my first. So it could be 6 months, or like, this doesn't fucking work. These assholes lied to me. They're probably laughing at me like, what the hell, on Billy's going to fucking... I'm going to try it, right? And I don't think they're giving me false information, but it would be pretty cool. It's like, you really believe that, you idiot? Yeah.
No, I'm telling you.
Yeah, I'm a dumbass.
I live down here, about an hour away from where they live in the DFW area, and we just have some of the nicest lines of Africans going around in the communities here. Correct. Like, a bunch of pure colors, and you've got a lot of breeders who are, they're not outcrossing their stuff. They're literally just breeding the browns to the browns, the whites to the whites, and, and you can pick them up and snuggle them, and they don't bite the hell out of you.
Nice.
Yeah.
Mine's are like pit bulls. Yeah. You stick your hand there, you're going to come out with blood.
Dead. All dead. Cole.
Like so
I'm going to have to go, guys. I got to work early in the morning.
All right, man.
It was a pleasure. Thanks for having me. Billy, always good to see you. Holly, Tyler,
likewise.
Sammy, Zach.
Hey, Sammy, try to up their protein intake, because once I started upping their protein, they're a lot, either they've gotten more used to me or they're just nicer on more protein, because I haven't had any problems since I first got them.
I did good with the Kalmbach 23%, I believe it is, the higher protein one. They did a lot better with that.
That's what I feed mine, but I mean, not all of them are mean.
Way better than Missouri.
Oh yeah. Man, I live like 45 minutes from where I can get it, so I can get Missouri cheaper than like anyone else in the world, and I still was paying Kalmbach and having to ship it in.
Yeah, I was gonna say, what are you paying a bag?
Man, I was freaking getting it. I can get it for $29 a bag, and that sucks. It hurts.
That's what I'm paying.
$29 a bag.
If I buy a whole skid, I'm paying $23 a bag.
I can get Missouri for $22 a bag if I go straight there and pick it up a pallet. I can get it down to 20 if I get 4.
Yeah, I get what is it? It's 21 for a pallet. Kalmbach.
Man, see, y'all live so much closer. There's so many food production plants like that in that area of the United States. And I'm in Texas. It's huge. And we have all these food manufacturers, and none of them, except for Purina that makes Missouri, none of them make any rodent food. You can't talk them into it. I've called every one of them.
I
you should start your own business.
30 minutes away and grab a pallet of rat food.
You should start your own business.
Yes. Can you show off some snakes, man? We've got you on here. You're in your snake room.
One of them. Yeah, so
one of them.
Let's do
So, do you have any calicos?
Do I have any which?
Calicos.
I do.
You love them calicos.
Calico pies. That's it.
I'm gonna do what Tyler does. He does I'm going all calico.
I know something Billy don't got.
What's that?
Oh, there goes.
The bang
you're gonna make him mad.
I'll pull her out.
What's that? Sunset, Puzzle, Monarch.
Yeah, one.
There you go.
Yeah.
And Bang, because he's
bang the bang bang the bang bang bang.
Oh, the bang!
I knew you was gonna get that one.
The bang head clown.
It's awesome.
Yeah, she's awesome.
We're just showing off the bang.
Billy's got bling. He don't need the bang.
Shit, Austin's here. I can't show him.
What's up, Austin?
Froze up.
There he is. Austin. I gotta send him a hoodie. They don't wear my t-shirts no more.
Oh, hoodies I'll wear.
So here's
Austin, come to Denver this weekend.
So far, too far.
Orange Dream, Calico, possible Yellow Belly Pied, Het Lab.
Nice.
I love Calico in Lab. It really does sort of things like Enchi. It adds a lot of pattern.
Look at that smile.
Ready? Like
shit.
Yeah.
That's the robot face.
My calicos don't want to eat.
I think it's freezing up.
Hey, Billy, did you find the calico when that hatched out? I got a calico pied. When it hatched out, it was the brightest pied I've ever seen. And the change in color has been more drastic than any other ball python I've ever hit. As a baby, I thought it was like super orange dream. Now it looks like kind of blah.
Yeah, I mean, it's at first I didn't know what it was. I thought it was Enchi. But when you look at the eye stripes and everything else, and then once the color comes in, it's not Enchi. It has to be the calico. And then when you started seeing other people, because that's an 17 or 18. So when I had it, I'm like, I think I even posted it as an Enchi. And then I'm like, that's not Enchi, because when you start looking at it and it grows up and the color changes. And then I see other people start making calico pied stuff. And I'm like, oh, shit, this is calico. Yeah, it makes sense. You know? So.
Yeah, I love calico pieds. They're sick.
One of my, let me get the ladder instead of me climbing.
Sammy left.
Yeah, what?
He does that sometimes.
Gone.
He went to go get a calico.
Oh, he probably did.
Yeah, he probably went to go get that
the old man ladder or something, like, you know.
Oh my God, he's got ladders in his facility. Yeah. See, that's too high for me.
9.5 feet.
Yeah, that's too high.
So
I gotta work with this short girl.
Orange Dream, Calico, Yellow Belly, Fire, Scrambler, and it's Hetford pied.
Nice.
Wow.
I love that snake. That's beautiful.
Nice.
Yeah, I mean, it's just
Love them stripes. You know, the stripes are all different.
Look how high that calico goes up on its back. That's amazing.
See that? Calico.
Calico and Scrambler.
Calico and Scrambler.
All right.
Just phenomenal.
Calico and Scrambler. What else are you gonna be doing with Scrambler stuff? Because I haven't seen too much of it. So I'm interested.
One thing that I've noticed. So I bought a collection from many years ago, and I've been making some weird stuff. I've been saying, "Oh, it's a new gene." So of course I keep making stuff, and I'm like, well, "Look at the babies." Well, this is crazy looking. And this new gene, it's like shit, it looks like an Enchi Orange Dream combo, the way the pattern is, but there's not Enchi because the color just isn't Enchi-ish, and there's no eye stripes, and but it looks Enchi, but it also looks Orange Dream with a little bit of color and the way the saddles at the back drag out. It almost looks like it's a het pied. You know how OD cleans up the back and looks like it's a het pied almost. So I'm like, this fucking animal is like, there's no Enchi and no OD, but it looks like a combination. And I kept doing it. So I called it New Gene. Now that I've held it all back, and Mark Mandick, came out with his Scrambler, and here's the thing. And I'm like, holy shit, I'm pretty sure I got Scrambler. And I've got I probably got 50, 60 animals that are New Gene. I've got it. Oh, and here, I'll show you. So, I've got double visuals, recessives. Okay, ready? You've all seen dreams before, right? Wait. Okay, so here's a Scrambler.
Austin, what's up?
So here's a dreamsicle, okay? Just a dreamsicle. Okay. And it doesn't really show up. Look at the pattern.
Yeah.
That's wicked.
Okay, look at it's the Scrambler. Like look at the Enchi. It's a dreamsicle we call the New Gene. Where's that other female we have, the big breeder?
So you excited about the monsoon test?
Oh yeah. Here's one of my breeder females.
Nice.
Whoa.
Oh wow.
Oh, there you go.
I'll get a normal dream.
Yeah, get a normal. But I mean, like the patterns, the oranges. You can't really see the lavender. There's a lot of lavender in here.
Yeah.
I don't know if you can see it, but
no, it looks cool.
A lot of pattern. There's no alien heads really. And this is our New Gene, and we got lots of it. So
do you think it's just a pattern?
And look how bright it is compared to a regular. Okay, so just the normal alien head, but darker. There's no alien heads. It's all
actual lavender color.
Yeah, and there's lavender in it. It's
better pick up on that.
Yeah, but you can even see how this is more deeper, and it's more like a saddle.
Oh yeah.
Where there's no saddles here. This is all blended. There's no saddles.
Yeah.
And all this is a New Gene. No Enchi in the pairing. So we've got quite a bit of the Scrambler, and they're working on a test, and then of course I'm going to be selling it. But I've got visual pieds. I got it everywhere. I got it in lab. I got it in Enchi and yellow belly and asphalt. When I work with something, I put it in to mold, and I've been breeding this stuff since 2017, this New Gene. So I've got 6-7 years of breeding stuff and just holding it back, and same thing with the monsoon. The monsoon, I'd probably say I have 250 animals, maybe even more that are visual or possible het monsoons. And I can see, what we look for in a lot of the stuff, and we've proved a lot of it out by hitting monsoons. I'd be very surprised if 70 or 80% of what I'm holding back does not prove. I'd be because I'm hatching this stuff out and I'm looking, it's like, okay, here's a Mojave. Here's another Mojave, but what the fuck is that? Like, look at the eye stripe, look at the pattern. It came from the same parent. The only difference is the het monsoon influence. Here's a pastel. Look at this one. Here's a yellow belly. Look at this one. Here's a leopard. Look at this one. They're from the same clutch. And it's not like, polymorphism. It's so extreme.
Oh, right? Man, I'm getting it a lot in my stranger stuff that I've been producing, and I'm all like
100%.
Yeah, my leopards, I can pretty much tell you which ones are het pied because my leopard does like normal leopards and then wacky ass ones, and the wacky ass ones have been proven het pied.
Okay, ready? Butter leopard. Okay, butter leopard. You show me another butter leopard.
Well, it looks like it's got initials up there, like
it looks hurricane.
That's what it does, doesn't it? No hurricane in the pairing.
DC.
Wow. Look at that.
That's ridiculous.
Here's another one. Okay. Here's a lesser leopard.
Oh, yeah.
Is that a female?
Yeah, bees are breeders. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. She's huge.
Not for
I remember climbing that rat looking for the phone.
Here's a pastel leopard. This is the one that made the pastel leopard yellow belly monsoon het pied female.
Yeah.
Pastel leopard.
Yeah.
I held all these back going, what the fuck? These are weird, man. These don't look like I'm going to hold these cool ones back. Thank God I did. Look.
Yeah.
Telling me you can't tell that's a pastel leopard. Tell me there's no het monsoon influence?
Yeah.
And she's not, she is. Almost. Oh, yeah, she is. She got one more lock. So you can actually see the pouch getting there.
We bred the yellow belly pied.
Yeah, we bred it to a yellow belly pied het monsoon.
Oh, my goodness. So we all need monsoon. I do. I don't know if everybody else.
Also, what about the monsoon pie that you hashed out last year? How's he? Is he getting big?
700 grams.
700 grams is almost breeding size.
Oh, he is.
Yeah, and it looks it's really colored up quite a bit.
It looks like
Can we see it?
It looks like a sunset pied with the. You know how the sunset pied is blotched but you want to get it quick?
Right. Do you have any pied het monsoons?
Breeding or non-breeding? Breeding, we got 11.
Man, I hit a lot of freaking stranger pied stuff because my stranger's a pied, and I hit a lot of it. And I've just got some funky ass pied stuff going on, and some of them are funky and they are stranger, and some of them are funky and they're not stranger.
Go to full screen.
Wow.
Look at this. Look at this. Look at the coloration.
It's pastel, right? So pastel.
And look at the head.
Yeah.
Eye stripe. Hold on. Yeah, you got to go there. So look at the eye stripe, the thin eye stripe.
Yeah.
Look at this. Ready?
Oh, she does not.
Yeah. Ow. Come on. There you go. Look how thin that eye stripe is.
Yeah.
Okay, but look at the coloration of the end. I mean, it's almost bronze.
It took that monsoon pattern away.
That's the
because of the pastel.
Yeah.
Okay, but when you add leopard, have you seen the pastel leopard monsoon?
No.
Yes. Did Nasty Morphs got one, right? From you?
Yeah, I sold it to them.
Yep.
And this is at like 900 grams. Ready? So this is the one I produced. Why do I never find it when I want to? Yeah, your phone's.
My phone's like.
We need to get you a better phone. Look at that.
I'm trying to. Oh,
it's pretty bad when you have a screenshot of yourself.
It wasn't a.
Is that the trap phone?
No.
That's the phone that you lost last year. Oh, you changed it. Okay.
That's a jitterbug.
I wish you never found it.
It only took us 3 hours to find it.
He's never on that thing.
Here, I'll get it. You got it? There we go.
Austin doesn't have phone money. He has snake money.
Monsoon, you got to add leopard. Look at that.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
nice.
add pastel, and that's the thing. Oh, pastel sucks in monsoon. It does, but you add leopard. Look what it does.
Yeah.
And people like hate pastel. There's a
but when you get an enhancer in there,
very soon.
Hot double head. Lavender monsoon.
Wow.
So
Can you repeat that, Austin? I couldn't hear it.
High double head lavender monsoon.
Billy, you think leopard is the best gene in monsoon? Best gene to work with monsoon?
One of them, yes. So here's one of my breeders. So this is a pastel Enchi asphalt het pied.
Nice.
Het monsoon.
Ooh. You got shots at three-way monsoons this year.
Super asphalt monsoon. Monsoon clown hypos. Monsoon pied hypos. Here's another pied het monsoon. Leopard pied het monsoon. Like, look.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That is the exact opposite of the ones I thought would have been. Like, I have 2 examples, and I have some that look like that, and those are the ones I was like, oh, I should just sell those. Those aren't the hets. Or those probably aren't them.
Wow.
Yeah, I need to look
But they'll
that
change the
female
prices.
again. No, I need to look that female again. I want from you.
Here's
Those are on Morph Market, right, Tech?
so here's a pastel Enchi special asphalt / yellow belly het monsoon. Like, look at that pattern.
I need to get to Canada.
Yeah, I literally have 200 animals like this. Most of them breeding size. Like, don't forget, I've had monsoon in my collection since 2010, before it was even a thing.
Yeah. I remember that story. You kind of spawned it.
Yeah, like,
Same
look
way
at
Dave
the
Green.
Look at this.
Like pied het monsoon.
It's just a pied het monsoon.
Wow.
It's pretty cool.
These are breeder males. Oh, that's a female, even better.
She's like 1,000 grams, 1,100.
I mean, here's the we just ultrasounded.
What's that, like $400 shipped?
If we could get that. Okay, ready? So here's a pastel. Ready? Pastel super Enchi asphalt het monsoon.
You had me a super Enchi.
Like, look at that. Look at the pairing. Look at the pattern.
Yeah, definitely. Oh, cool.
Did you do any monsoon calicos yet?
Not yet.
So I think I'm going to move this girl to the holdback rack now.
Oh.
Where's that?
Yeah, hold that one back, man. Hold it back, Zach.
I was like, that's probably the ones that don't have it. That's what I thought.
No, that's the ones that are, man.
I was like, everyone's like, you need to talk to Billy. And I was like, Billy's busy.
Here we go.
Quit sipping that moonshine.
Black pastel, phantom, leopard, hypo, double het monsoon clown.
Dude, that's insane.
That's awesome.
Female?
Yeah, so here's one breeder female.
Here's one. Here's 10 more.
2 breeder females.
Okay.
He held everything back.
Oh my God, for years.
Wow.
Look at the eye stripes. Look
You don't even need all those, Billy.
Yeah.
No, you should see what Austin's got. Like, it's like
Austin's smart. He's not showing nothing.
I saw what he's got.
Where's the double head special? Oh, here it is. Awesome. Yeah, it's in a little bit of shed right now. It's going into. It's got a little stuck shed, but here's a leopard yellow belly, eye stripes, leopard yellow belly, double het monsoon pied.
Nice.
I have 6 of these. Some with special, all breeding size.
Nice.
The problem is my males all have special and yellow belly. So I don't want to breed special yellow belly to yellow belly.
Yep.
Hey,
But now you can.
They're all fucking white. Yay!
You might get a yellow.
I didn't do it.
But who cares?
Right?
Just test them. Just test them.
But I really think that there's a lot of new stuff that we're gonna start seeing that.
He's gonna start testing his own shit soon.
Well, when the sheds are, when the test is, I'm going to be sending in several hundred to really, hone in on them.
Yeah.
But monsoon is definitely one of our go-to genes.
Now you have a monsoon clown?
Not yet, no.
Okay.
We've got like lots of clown hets. I got hypo het clown at monsoons.
Oh, clean.
Wow.
Leopard DG clown het. Leopard enhancer clown. 66% at G stripe.
Nice. Yeah, they're probably my favorite.
Oh, here's that one's breeding. Whoop, relax. So here's an NG special yellow belly. Het monsoon.
Ooh.
So NG special yellow belly.
Nice.
Oh my goodness. David, you're in trouble.
You work with lace?
So I ended up getting a couple lace. One was a lace clown. It's not a lace clown.
Wow.
Yeah. So I reached out to the breeder a few times and get ghosted.
Damn.
So
ghost.
So there's a hypo leopard,
Double head monsoon clown.
Monsoon clown.
I love hypo leopards.
So hypo leopard. Look at the head stamp.
Nice.
And look at the pattern. Look at leopard hypo.
Yeah.
I'm clearly a normal leopard. I'll take that one.
So Ultra Mel. So here's an asphalt. Okay, here's a thin eye stripes, like super thin. This is an asphalt double het monsoon. No, Ultra.
Wow. Okay, see, that's a monsoon I can get behind over there. We start changing the color of it, and that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, that
I know Austin feels me.
Cool.
Oh, this year I'll hit them.
Yeah. So here's pastel, asphalt, double het, monsoon, ultramels. Got a few of those.
Do that one. No, the one above it.
That thing looked like it had pied tracks there for a second.
Yeah. So here, what's this pastel leopard? Oh, pastel leopard, asphalt yellow belly.
Wow.
Shit.
Double het.
Triple head.
Oh, triple het.
Monsoon clown pipe.
Monsoon clown pipe. Sorry.
And that's a holdback, not for sale, right?
I mean, it's so. Like,
Money talks.
Like, look at that.
Oh, we don't have Ultramel het monsoons, but this year we will.
Yeah.
Ultramel monsoons too.
That's what I was saying, David. Get Austin on that ultramel. He'll be
I already
everything.
I already have breeder female double heads, so.
Yeah, and then here's like the asphalt. Here,
do you guys do Monarch too?
No, not yet.
Don't say that.
Goodness.
Wait, Billy, did you say not yet?
Well, I mean, like I won't say. I mean, not yet. I mean, until I see something that I think it'll do well
Until
in.
we start liking brown snakes.
So
Austin, don't say that. You're gonna make me cry, please.
yeah, so
I
asphalt,
got brown snakes with sunset.
asphalt double het monsoon clown.
Cool.
And this is just out here. Like let's go to the let's go to the whole back room, right? So
Ooh.
Oh my gosh, that's not even the whole back room.
later, my man.
Would love to visit.
Austin says bye.
Bye, Austin.
Austin.
I'm gonna go pick up seed, and I gotta pick up the tree monitor. And I'll be here
Daytona.
10:30, 11 next. Okay, man. Have a good night. So,
19.
So you coming to any of these shows down here, Bill?
once I get my, I'm gonna end up being allowed and getting my my U.S. waiver. So pastel, Mojave leopard,
Now nice senior.
double het, pastel, Mojave leopard,
Now nice senior.
monsoon clown. Pastel.
Nice.
Billy, I think you should for your new facility just send it build it on the other side of Lake Ontario. That would be very great.
Okay. So here, black pastel Mojave, double het monsoon lav.
Even the tip of the tail on that thing is busy.
Yeah, so this is just the black pastel Mojave.
Nice.
Look at the the influence of the het monsoon. You know, the dots in the alien heads at the top, the crazy.
Sammy, we need to be getting into some of that monsoon stuff.
I want a calico monsoon head clown.
I like that banana monsoon.
So here, okay, I don't know if you can see the color.
Yeah.
This is an ivory pie that could be pastel, leopard, orange dream, yellow belly, fire, pastel, monsoon.
Wow.
I mean, look at that head stamp. Hold on. Let me show the head. Let me show your head off. Come on. Oh, that. There we go.
Wow. That head is
Oh,
wicked.
and look how thin the eye straps are. I'm going to say that's going to prove out het monsoon. I don't know, but it definitely looks wonky.
What about mandarin? You got any monsoon mandarins?
No, I don't have mandarin yet.
Okay.
What the hell are they?
I'm getting mandarin before Billy. That's crazy.
Yeah, it's just something. I mean, there's so many other things that I want to do.
Yeah.
So, leopard special, pie, het monsoon.
I love special pie.
She was a female, right?
No, these are males.
Oh.
Yeah,
Didn't
these
you
are
have
my-
a similar female on Morph Market? I don't know if she's still on there. It was,
Oh yeah, that's I got that. That's
special.
the
Double
another
het.
one. That's leopard, yellow belly.
Mhm.
So here, pastel, NG, asphalt, pied het monsoon.
Love that.
That's beautiful.
You can almost see because of the pastel. You see,
Yeah.
that's the monsoon. You know, like you could actually see the pattern that Austin had, but with this one has Enchi, right? So he had the pastel, monsoon pied with Mojave. You see how it was all like saddled up like that? This is the Enchi doing it as well, or maybe the asphalt, but like, come on, this is female.
That's awesome, Frank.
Okay. Pastel, super NG, super asphalt, the double het monsoon lavender.
Oh my
Look at
goodness.
that thing's cool.
And to see that in monsoon form, wow.
Yeah, I mean
That's
the
gonna be
thing.
crazy.
Just all the snack stuff, right? There's oh, you know what? It's over here. Relax. So I want to test this, but this is a Enchi super asphalt, and I'm pretty sure it's het monsoon.
Yeah.
What about freeway monsoon? You got any of that?
Not visuals, but possible hets. That's why I produced enough freeways and combos over the last fucking 10 years. When I see this, it's like, how is this the only thing could be the head influence? So here's a great one. Here's an awesome one. So this is just an Enchi asphalt lavender. Okay. This is a female. Come on. So Enchi asphalt. Come on. Look at the eye stripe. It's a lot thinner than an Enchi should be. Okay. Now if you look. Okay.
Oh yeah.
Now watch. Paradox.
Yeah.
What's that paradox? Yeah. Hold on. You can see the monsoon pattern in the paradox.
Yep.
And on the other side. Hold on, where is it? There it is. Look.
Yep.
Oh my goodness.
So, like I said, anything crazy or really weird, I've just been holding back. And, you keep going back. I don't know if you guys are ready. Ready? This is pet monsoon stuff.
He's not going to tell us what it is.
No. I mean, look at this adult. Look, I don't know if you can tell the color. This thing is like radioactive.
That's super cool.
It looks like a grayish color.
It is. It's gray.
On the dorsal.
Okay, so.
Oh, you can definitely see it in there too.
Okay.
Those sides are amazing.
Now add 2 other G's.
What?
Look how thin the eye stripes are. Okay.
Super.
Whoa.
That is crazy. What the hell?
Yeah. So, I mean, look at the neck.
That's a cool snake. Oh my goodness.
Like, it's so funky. It's not.
It is.
That was in deep shed.
I love it when Billy shows stuff off.
So asphalt special at monsoon. Then eye stripes.
Blushing's crazy. Can I see the head again?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Now look at the belly.
I'm noticing it goes more up on the nose than
Some. It depends on. Sometimes the slits are smaller. Sometimes they're longer. Sometimes they're very. So say for example. So here's a Mojave. Thin eye stripes.
Wow.
Just Mojave?
Just Mojave, yeah.
Seems bright.
Yes. And then Pastavi. But is this one of them too? Let's see. Now this is another animal we held back. So this is a ODNG Fire asphalt yellow belly. Asphalt or yellow belly. And it's just like the pattern's really weird, right?
Right.
So I'm really not sure, but I mean, like, look at that. Look at that thing. So I'm just holding it back because it could be. Don't know. That's why I need the sheds and test it.
This makes me just want to go in my snake room and just cross my fingers and hope for the best.
We're all going to be looking at all of our snakes' eye stripes tonight before we go to bed.
Hey, Selective Creations, how's it going?
There's another pastel asphalt. Hide, Het Monsoon. So, weird tail. So, most of the stuff that we've seen and we're repairing, we're actually hitting. There's so many. Pastel DG pipe. Sorry, answer.
Look at those eye straps. Wow.
It's so bright. Like it's just. And when they're adults, oh my God, they're insane. Here's just an enhancer clown.
Nice.
Look at the eye straps on that thing meeting up on the nose. How cute is that?
They're my favorite.
Oh, I love the enhancer stuff. You ready?
Probably not.
Leopard special yellow belly. Okay. So leopard special yellow belly, double Het Monsoon pied.
Oh wow.
Wicked.
Like look at this thing.
That's super cool. Wow.
Is that a male or female?
Female.
Wow. About another year. Can't wait to see the babies out of that.
Where's my slew of them?
Is that merging more?
Oh, this little carpet wants to attack me.
Here's my leopard freeway clown pipe.
Oh, wow.
Male, right?
This one's a male, yeah. So,
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't need it.
Is he for sale?
Not that one, no.
No. You got a brother?
So you take the special away. Now you got leopard. yellow belly, double het monsoon pied. Look at the ringer.
Nice.
That one's in shed, of course. Just everywhere. I love them. What else is cool? But you keep hoarding stuff, man. Just hoard away. Super Enchi Rainbow Hypo.
Oh, you're in the rainbow.
Yeah, we have like quad hets. So we've got like rainbow pied. Austin hit a rainbow hypo pied last year.
Nice.
But it died in the egg.
That thing's gorgeous.
So I'm not sure exactly what we're gonna do, but I mean I love hypo and stuff like that.
You got any bananas?
I do. So here's something that I made. Now this is a Pascal Enchi freeway pie, but I've never made one that looks like this.
Oh, look at that head.
That head stamp and
Oh my god!
Like
Color difference too from the head to the body is nuts.
It's crazy. So this could possibly be het monsoon. Look at that eye stripe.
Yeah.
It's not Enchi. And I mean, like, I don't know, but it's odd, you know. So I'm going to be testing this for het monsoon because it is possible. Because we found something that proved out, and then we started going back, and it's in the lineage. So that's why there's so much stuff that. But I've made so many, none of them look like that. The only thing that could add to that would be the het monsoon. Or it's really crazy. OD, hypo, scrambler pied.
Wow.
Yeah, I love OD and hypo. Oh,
that's it.
I have a super OD hypo. I'm in love with her.
I hope I produce one this year.
Yeah.
I have a super OD calico hypo.
Yep.
I need a pretty male for.
You might want to see this too. I'll show you this, and then we'll go take a few more. So this is an M&K Exotics lavender albino piebald. So an M&K lab snow.
Nice.
The colors are starting to come in now. When this was born, it was pure white. But
do you only work with MJ?
No, I have VPI Exotic also.
Okay.
But anything in my pieds are MJ. And then I've got it in my clown. I've got I've got combo pied a double het MJ monsoon stuff growing up.
Can we see one?
I don't know if you're ready for one.
Yeah.
I got MJ.
Ooh.
Wow.
Yep.
And she's probably 1,100 grams. Look at that deep color. Look at the darkness in the head. Come on, work with me. Work with me, honey.
Nice.
That monsoon will look good in that. I know you're going to go that direction.
I got MJ pie.
Gotta get some Trugos.
Yeah. There's a lot of stuff I want to work with and stuff. So, here's some animals that I sold on the Patreon that are going out. So here is a special het monsoon.
Nice. That's a nice special.
Yeah.
It looks special.
Here's one. Actually, here it is. No. This one here. No. There we go. So here's a big female crystal. Het monsoon. Look at that ice stripe.
Yeah.
Okay. Look at the pattern and
Oh wow.
okay, you see all
Crystal's
those
Mojave special, right?
correct. So this is a Mojave special het monsoon. Relax. So special, probable leopard, pied het monsoon.
Nice.
Well, I'm pretty sure it's going to be het monsoon. Like, you know, I mean, I've been holding her back for, you know, a year or so to.
You got any spot nose monsoon?
Not visuals, but hets. Whoa, relax. Like, how you see how they're hungry? Relax. Don't you tag me. I got a special spot nose clown.
Yes.
Yep.
Oh yeah. David said, Billy, could you show me some of the new gene that you think it could be scrambler?
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is a visual clown combo.
Man, love that pattern.
Super Entry Freeway, or what is that?
Close.
Super Entry Super Asphalt?
Nope.
Vanilla something.
And she's special freeway clown.
Ah.
I'll take a close on that guess. I'll take it.
Yeah, very close. But like, look at the head pattern.
That's nuts.
Come on.
Oh yeah.
So, you know,
Mike.
Mike, you think you're funny, sir.
He's taking shots.
I want people to take a guess at this one.
Wow.
Pastel Freeway DG Clown.
Enhancer.
Close. So we got pastel. Clown.
Yeah.
Okay, so look at this coloration against my shirt, right? Because it's not gonna. So look at this. So that's a pastel clown, right? Look at the coloration on this animal at this size.
Oh, is it just a Freeway DG Clown? No pastel.
No, it's pastel.
Oh, really?
Yeah. No DG.
Enhancer.
No enhancer.
Oh.
You know what this is? It's a pastel leopard freeway clown.
Wow.
Wow.
This looks better than
That-
some of my DG clowns.
Oh
Look at
my
that.
God. That helped.
People say pastel's no good.
Uh,
Single freeway
Make me-
clown I want to make, I want pastel on every one of it.
he's making me like
Pastels look
pastel.
like that. Oh.
You
If I
hear
show
that,
you-
Holly?
If I show
Pastel?
you this animal as an adult without the leopard but Enchi, it's even brighter.
No.
Wow.
I hear that.
Everybody guesses DG or enhancer. Even in person, they're going enhancer clown, DG clown, super orange green fire clown. No, it's just
I was gonna say lace, but
freeway clown.
Oh my.
Look at it, and I mean it's. See, watch when it's against my shirt. See the color? That's how it looks. That orange. When I move it closer, watch the camera fade it out. See?
Yep.
So when I put it here, look, no fucking around with color. Look at this animal. I'm about, I don't know, 3 feet away. Look
I
at
bet
this
you that
animal.
looks good against my pink shirt.
Yeah.
bet you look better in my
This
rack.
thing is brighter than my TV fucking clowns at this age.
Wow. That's beautiful.
Yeah, I thought maybe lace in there, but you said you didn't.
Oh,
Really...
yeah, I mean it's phenomenal. That's why I've been really working a lot with my freeway super asphalt stuff in the clown. And I have adults too, right? Like in my breeding room that are breeding this year. I got pastel Enchi spot nose freeway heck clowns. Like I'm gonna be a monster in it, and I love it because it just looks so great.
Mike wanted me to show this picture real quick. There you go, Mike. He thinks that's his snakes.
Spot nose, red stripe, yellow belly nanny.
Wow.
So here is, so say for example, so if you look at people on Morph Market, and you'll see like their scrambler pieds. Oh, this is my new gene pied.
Yeah.
A scrambler to me.
That's yeah. You made a super yet?
No, because I've never really
tried to pair them together.
Them back, right?
Yep.
Well, you're in Canada. You can name it whatever you want.
So here's a super banana pied.
Nice.
But it's not a super banana pied. It's probably scrambler also. Like,
yeah.
You know? And then when you take the pied version away, okay.
Oh no.
Is that the mini racks?
Yeah, the mini 130. I mean, this is just a banana het pied. But like, look at this. It's you know, I don't know what else it could be. I mean, it looks Enchi, right? But it's not. Look at the eye stripes. It's not. Look at the band.
Yeah. Is that lavender around that?
Sorry?
Lavender?
No, that's banana.
Purple. Yeah.
And then here's a super banana het pie that looks Enchi-ish. Like, look at this. It looks scrambler.
Yeah, it does.
But this is new gene, right? So that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm making stuff like this. I'm like, I've made super bananas before. They don't fucking look like this, you know, and it looks Enchi. But look at the eye stripes. There's no Enchi in it. They're thin. Yep. It has that look. And I mean, this is going into shed. So it's not even like, look how deep shed it is. The colors aren't even coming in. Like, that's scrambler all day long, at least from what I see and what I compare. And that's why, like, I literally have probably 60 or 70 of these animals that I've been holding back because they look crazy. And I'm trying to figure it out. So hopefully when testing comes in, I can really, you know, key in on a lot of stuff. So want to take a guess at this baby? Hold on.
That looks like a Zach snake to guess on.
Leopard, pastel.
Pastel, yes.
Zach, you're muted.
Is there acid?
Confusion?
Confusion.
That stranger?
No.
Shit.
Shit.
GHI.
No. I don't know.
It looks Mojave.
Nope.
No.
Has anyone guessed yellow belly yet? Or actual?
Looks like a real pretty snake. That shit is nice. Look at the pattern on it.
Pastel confusion.
Yellow belly or asphalt has to be.
Nope.
No. Nope. What are you doing?
It's crazy, right?
Is that it? Just pastel and confusion?
Pastel, fire, confusion, phantom.
Mm.
Oh, I was
Mojave Phantom. Come on, give me that one.
Yeah, it's close, but that's why I said phantom. Oh, this is like one of everybody's favorites.
You haven't already showed
so, this is really cool. Ready? Orange Dream, Pastel Leopard, Asphalt / Yellow Belly, Calico Het Monsoon.
Calico.
Oh my gosh.
What?
Wow.
Holy.
Is that a male or a female?
This one here is a male.
Oh, there you go.
Is that for sale?
No.
Sammy.
It's a hard no.
Yeah, I wouldn't even know what the price of that, but I mean, I definitely want to. Oops, relax a little.
Can't even
Can you
hesitate.
say it one more time? What are the genes in it again?
Pastel, leopard, OD calico, asphalt, or yellow belly.
I'll send you calico banana female. What are you into that male?
Billy, what are you gonna do with that? Throw.
I'm really not sure. Okay,
Just throw it up.
Ready?
Oh, that's so pretty. Oh, it's dark.
So leopard,
That's clean.
OD leopard.
Yep.
Pastel?
Nope. OD leopard.
Scrambler.
Nope.
Yellow belly.
Asphalt
Orange
or
dream.
yellow belly.
Orange dream?
I already said that.
Yeah,
Oh.
OD leopard, asphalt
OD.
or yellow belly.
Pos het monsoon or het monsoon.
I'd say it's POS, but
But it is.
come on, man. You know.
Yeah.
I saw the eye stripes, Billy. Now I know.
Yep.
Don't.
Oh, relax. So that one's in shed. I don't know if you're ready for this, but hey, it's in shed. Come on, I posted it online.
Oh my.
Yeah.
This is in deep shed.
Oh, that's
Okay, what is it?
This is a super pastel leopard yellow belly pied het clown.
What?
Super pastel yellow belly
Leopard
leopard clown.
Look at them gray edges.
pied het clown.
That's
Yeah, it's just
Mom from M&K says, who says it that it's for sale more than Sammy? Nobody that I know except for maybe me.
I think Sammy's got you beat.
Hey, you always got to try. You never know.
That's it. Don't know until you try. Oh my gosh. I love that. GHI.
Nope.
No. Leopard then.
leopard.
Yeah, leopard.
Yellow belly.
Pet monsoon.
Yellow belly or gravel.
Special.
Nope. Just
What?
leopard.
Just.
Dang.
Okay. So just leopard, nothing else. Okay. Relax. Thin eye stripe.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Like super thin. Like look.
Oh yeah.
Okay. So this is a leopard quad het ultramel hypo monsoon pied.
Holy
Nice. Oh, we're going for the quads.
So is this one?
Oh my gosh.
So is this one?
Are those
Got quad of quads.
Yeah, leopard. I got four. I held back 4 leopard quad hets, females.
Nice.
Have any males available out of that?
Close to that. There is no leopard that come close to that. It's that monsoon markers.
Wow.
That's cool. That's got to be a super.
This is
Super NG.
nope, just NC Lab clown het pied.
Oh, wow.
Wait, what?
NC?
And she lab clown hat pod. Crazy ringer.
Yeah. So het pied. And then I did really good in this pairing. NC clown pied at lab. So the first one was a male. This one is a female. And this one's a female.
Kevin.
And she dreamsicle. Clown.
Did you miss the triple on that one?
I did.
It doesn't matter. You got those
Yeah,
three are insane. Oh my god.
Y'all got to remember we're in the whole back room.
Yeah.
Nothing's for sale.
I think. Did we leave the whole back room, Billy?
Yes, this is the baby room. So most of these ones with the black on them, like the quad heads, these when they get bigger, they go into this rack and then into the whole back room or into the for sale, even though these are still for sale. So here's something. Okay, so these are pastel. Okay, pastel or super pastel, but I'm thinking just maybe super pastel. Pastel, cinnamon, asphalt, clowns. But why are they? So that's the only thing they could be. One, I believe this one here is Het Monsoon, and this one isn't. But the coloration, I don't know if you can tell.
Yeah.
One's different. One has, this one's all linked. This one's broken up. Where this one's linked, like a normal one, how it should look. Why is this one so different? Even the coloration, the color's different. The heads are different. Like, look at the head on this one. Hold on. Compared to the head on this one. They're the exact same genes. One's Het Monsoon, one's not. So just pull them all back until the tests.
Cool. Guys, I hate to do this in the end of this, but I have to go.
Me too.
I have class in the morning.
I have to go.
Yeah.
I gotta go.
I've got to go pull the first clutch of the season.
I looked at the
first
chat.
clutch of the season.
But
oh yeah, man, my season always runs late. I got disco, hypo, clown, het pied to an ultra male, and she just dropped me some good ones.
Ooh.
Got to be enhancer build.
oh my god.
Yeah, enhancer, fire, acid,
Oh my.
double het, G-stripe clown.
G-stripe.
Okay, that's nice. That's nice. Fuck those eggs. I can get those eggs later.
This is an enhancer, G-stripe,
Enhancer.
fire, acid, het clown. In deep shed, though, unfortunately.
Right.
Still nice.
Yeah.
You can tell it's badass.
Have a good night, everyone.
Good night, guys.
Yeah. Thank you.
Later, man.
For coming on tonight.
You.
I got to just show this one off. Pastel Enchi, super asphalt enhancer.
Oh.
Yeah. I love that super asphalt and gravel.
Look it off the shirt. Like, I'm not even enhancing the color. Like, this thing is orange and red, like flame.
Okay, so that one's not in the holdback room.
Close, it fades. When I bring it back, like, look at this. Like, no joke, man. This thing is radioactive.
Oh, nice.
Like I literally was like lit, twisted mad because I missed out on buying that snake minus the enhancer today. And you've got the enhancer one. I just want to buy that one instead.
Yeah, I mean, like, the more I look, the more it's amazing when you go through stuff. It's like, oh my god, I got one of these.
Well,
I wish
if
I had
had
Yeah,
I had 1,000
problem.
snakes, you could do so much.
Bill, you're fired. You quit showing us stuff we can't buy.
That's why I'm here.
Everything does have a price. I mean, I can't let stuff go. So here's
Let's go troll your morph market.
Oh man.
Oh, that's pretty.
Look at this head.
Yes.
That's just nice to look at right there.
So banana, Mojave, leopard, orange dream, double het clown pied.
Holy shit.
Nice.
Just a cool animal that I can just grow up. And I mean, if you look at it, like, look at the color.
I got a banana Mojave.
Yeah, it's so nice.
Hypo.
So
Not even close.
and then you also get
Thank
these
you, girl.
couple hets as well with Mojave and like just really
Look at that.
looking.
That one's
That's-
cool.
Like, look, like, let's, there you go. Show off.
What makes that
Oh
pattern
my
like that?
goodness.
can't tell you everything. But you see how like look at the burning in. Like it looks like it's certain things. I can't give all the secrets away, but like look, it is just a very
that look like
fire.
Wow.
Now, do you work any chocolate or Wookiee or?
Not Wookiee, but I do have chocolate.
I love super chocolate stuff.
Yeah, me too, Chris. Me too.
Of course, it's in shed. See if it's.
Freeway, highway.
I'm leaning more to super asphalt.
Oh, super pastel.
One copy of pastel. There's another gene in there.
It's almost bongo.
Also, no, it's not bongo. I'm working with bongo in some stuff, but look at that ice stripe, and I've never made a. It's tough. So I think once I start,
it seems awfully white for not being super pastel.
Oh, my bad, wrong one. Sorry. Look at you, man. Yes, it is super pastel.
I was gonna say, come on, I'm not that.
So here's the one that's not. This is the one I thought I grabbed.
Nice. Yeah, supers are where it's at, man.
But there's something else in this.
Look at that flaming. So it's super asphalt, pastel. They're leopard?
No leopard. I want to see what leopard does in this combo.
Yeah. I definitely get more anti in that lavender albino stuff. I seen that super anti lavender albino pied. Insane.
So.
Oh shit!
What's that?
A Suma
pie.
Oh,
Suma pie. Yeah.
Yeah, they're cool.
So.
Nice.
Mojave Stranger.
There you go. Stranger danger.
Het Clown. Het Ultramel.
Wow.
50% Het Monsoon.
Wow.
Selective Creations asks, what do you have for paint Sentinel, Billy?
I had paint and Sentinel since 2013. I made some babies, and they're just females, and I've never done anything with them.
That's really pretty. He's like, yep, I'm not telling you what it is.
No, I was chipping.
That's in shed, of course. It's in shed.
Yeah. Oh, Zach, is that one mine?
Chunks of it.
Does that look like a thin eye stripe?
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's not. Some things do have thin eye stripes, like cinnamon.
Well, the one I'm showing, she's a stranger Mojave, Pos het.
So even look at this one.
The one you got.
See how super thin the eye stripes are?
Yeah, it's ghosted.
Yeah, all this is a cinnamon vanilla.
Yeah, just
Enhancer hypo.
I'm so glad you said vanilla.
Beautiful.
I love vanilla.
You know, but super thin eye stripe, but there's no monsoon even close to related, even going back 3 or 4 generations. So like I've got a lot of these.
I said it's all right. Just big chicken.
Zach, just get the shed test.
I'm waiting on Amos. He sent in his shed test, and if his comes back, yes, then I'll shed test my main male, and then I'll go from there.
Yeah.
Because this female, this is one of the females I just picked up from him.
Banana leopard, yellow belly,
clown,
pet hide.
Nice.
Just cool looking animals.
That's a cool snake.
Yeah.
So this is banana, Mojave, pinstripe, enhancer, het hide.
No Enchi, huh?
Sorry, there is Enchi in this one. Yes.
I'm gonna say that's dandy. That's dandy. Woof. Ready.
This isn't shed. This was without the Mojave.
Wow.
But what else is groovy?
All right. I'll see you guys next week.
See you, Sammy.
Bye, Sam.
Bye, Billy.
Hypopide OD.
No, just a hypopide, double het, ultramel clown.
Wow, it's really orange.
That's nice.
So yeah, throw ups.
I like them high patterns.
That's the way to go for sure.
Yeah, 50-50 minimal.
DG pied het cryptic.
There you go.
Ooh, yeah.
Look at that.
I really love the cryptic, man.
Yeah, that cryptic Krypton stuff's really cool. Gives like puzzle vibes.
Lighting here sucks.
That's just a white snake. Send it to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want that.
Karina, good morning.
The one from the Patreon.
Look at that.
Ooh,
So nice.
enhancer for sure.
Nope. This is a super
Enchi.
Enchi, orange dream, yellow belly, hide, relax. And this is see, I haven't got the cards made yet. This is het hypo, 50% het MJ. I didn't put that because I couldn't fit it in.
Oh,
So
nice.
50% het MJ.
Nice.
So, but yeah, it's just fucking animals everywhere.
Yeah.
But no, I mean, it's exciting because, you get to make stuff, hold stuff back.
Ooh, Zach, what do you have?
That's not a monarch.
I'm pulling a clutch of eggs.
Oh, nice.
Y'all want to see my first clutch of the season real quick here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Take a quick peek.
Those are some pretty white eggs.
Look at those pretty whiteys, 7 of them.
Now, are they stuck to the tub? I had an issue. I think.
No, not really. I looked in on her last night.
I was gonna say I got the older ARS tubs, man. I had a clutch of eggs stuck to the damn tub.
Oh, it'll happen, man. Especially if they get they get them extra wet and you let them sit in there for a little extra long.
Using a paint scraper, trying to be gentle. I popped one. They were stuck.
Yeah, I was pretty excited. This girl didn't go for me last year. This is I did my disco hypo clown het pied to this ultra male female just for, you know, some triples, testable quads.
Yeah, test them out.
First time, not bad clutch.
How many clutches you up to, Billy?
There was 8 hiding in there.
32 so far.
Nice.
Oh my God.
I think we got 40. So just to no.
We got number 1.
I mean, we'll have 300 again, like in
Yeah.
and around there, probably between Austin and I.
Yeah.
But a lot of the stuff is like, you know, I'm waiting because a lot of those other males are gonna like just monsoon tide pairings. We got about 35 or 40.
Nice.
You know, and then the clown. I mean, the thing is a lot of the stuff we're assuming by the looks, we can ID it. But if you look at it, it has like it's, you know, you look and there's like there's nothing even similar. And I you know, when I make say a pastel leopard asphalt, and here's another pastel leopard asphalt, the eye stripe, the crazy patterning, it's deeper. Sometimes the only thing like polymorphism, you know, but it's to the next level polymorphism. So it has to be the pet influence. Right?
Yeah, I'm having a late season.
So, you know, we've seen enough of it that we're pretty confident. And then when we do hit the odds, we're actually proving a lot. Like a lot of those breeders we showed you, I've actually made visuals. So it's not like, oh man, like, you know, you're crazy. Like, you know, you're seeing things. Well, you know, we have a lot of stuff that we've seen. And don't forget, I've been holding this stuff back since 2011.
Yeah.
You know, and I proved them out because I never put them together because I never knew I had monsoon until 2018.
Yeah.
I'm just keeping all these crazy animals back with crazy patterns and keep breeding it and breeding it. I never put it back together because nobody wanted crystals anymore and nobody wanted super specials anymore. So I didn't bother making them. So I just, let me put special into pieds and put into the clowns and lavenders and all this and asphalts. And next thing you know, it's like, I got it and I start smashing it together. But if you hear a lot of people, when you do head to head, you really miss. Like the odds aren't in your favor. So now, and it sucks because, you know, the last few years I've been breeding a Mojave monsoon. And, you know, all my stuff has special or Mojave or lesser or butter. And it's like, I don't want to make more white fucking snakes. So I didn't really do them. So I started putting them in the long run. And you see the variation of stuff that I have.
I see a lot of people doing posset pairings just going to get the clutch shed tested. You know, the shed changed the game.
Correct. But I've made enough to sort of see like, hey, I'm pretty fucking confident. Like, look at this thing.
Yeah.
Like, even the ones Austin showed you, those, you know, a lot of the breeders.
No, I get that. That's how I feel with my leopard. Like, I can tell which ones are het pied just because the pattern.
Yeah. So, you know, like I said, I mean, I'm still anxious. Like, I'm not trying to crank out monsoons to fucking sell them all off. I'm trying to make stuff that, holy shit, like, you hit one of those? Like, oh my God. Like, you know, I don't want to make monsoon Mojaves. I don't want to make, you know, pastel monsoons. And
I think the banana ones are cool. Banana monsoons.
100%. Banana, leopard.
I think Enhancer's going to be insane.
We got
on that, Billy.
We got DG.
Yeah, Xanthic.
MJ. Yeah, it looks very promising with the floats and the pattern. I mean,
no, this is a bigger het pied girl that I've been growing up, Holly. I've still got the baby girl that looks like this though.
I think with Xanthic, fire or vanilla is key, man. Just
yeah, I mean, I've got a lot of vanilla creams. Like I got vanilla cream clowns and stuff like that. I've got Orange Dream, Enchi, cinnamon, vanilla cream, hypos, and they're just phenomenal. And then I don't know where I'm doing with it. Probably putting it into my clown or my pied stuff. You know, and it's tough to know where to go. I don't know what direction I want to take it, and you know.
Yeah.
I don't think you got to see this one. I showed her for a second earlier, Billy. She's the Mojave Stranger Poss that I got. Oh, be bad with her head.
Yeah, see the little floaties and the way they're broken up, and I mean, that's a good sign too.
And that small eye stripe.
Yeah, that's I went straight to her and I looked. I was like, "Let me see them eye stripes. I know she's Stranger and she's Poss."
Yeah,
it's like they're penciled in there.
Some are penciled in. Some are like, Mojave straight. Of course, it's in shed, but mahogany pieds. Like, look how thin the eye stripes are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mahogany pied.
Well, Billy, I do want to say I really do appreciate you coming on the show. There's a lot of big breeders I've asked to come on, and they're like, your numbers, get them up to thousands and
right? Like, time is valuable, especially for the big breeders, but at the same time too, I wasn't always a big breeder, and when I got in, we didn't have social media, we didn't have YouTube live streams, Patreon, anything like that. And knowing that I was a small breeder trying to, swim in a big pond, and not having any guidance, it sucked. It fucking sucked. Like, I failed for years because I was doing it wrong, or I got, I thought I was getting right information, and they gave me information. I'm like, yeah, that sounds right. And it's like, what the fuck's going on? Why would you listen to those guys? Well, because they're more successful than me. Well, they told you that to fuck you up. Oh, well, that sucks, but that's how it was. It was cutthroat, and it really sucks. And, I give my time back to a lot of people because I want to see people do well. And yeah, my time is like, I still got like a half an hour drive home. I got to be up in 6.5 hours once I get home and wind down, but that's what I do, right? Like, I live and breathe this. I don't want to be, and I get big breeders, because I am one. I understand, we do rely on our team. Like, you see how late Austin was here, I know what I'm capable of, but I do push myself.
There's even people that don't even breed. That's the thing. There's people out there that they just have a little part in this industry.
Yep.
And they're just like, oh no. But like, you're always so giving of your time and your information, your knowledge, and that's very.
Because I want to see people do well, right? And it sucks that people have to qualify in order to get your time. You're not good enough for me, or I'm like, okay, so like, so let me fail, and hopefully I'm here in 5 years, and then maybe I can get your time. Like, it's. I understand, right? But I want to be different. I try to get into other people's lives just to chat or whatever. I am busy. Last night I was on a 3.5 hour, Zoom call with the designers and the people that are, we're looking at taking like the Patreon to an educational level. Like, here is how how to project your sales or your return on investment. Here's where you spend, here's the cost, here's your break-even point, to teach people the business side. Because what I hate, and I hear it all the time, I made $1,000 at the expo. No, you sold $1,000 worth of animals. You probably made $250 profit. No, I made $1,000. Your table costs, your time, your gas, your food, your expenses,
hotel,
the cost of the animal. That animal wasn't zero. Or I don't breed. I breed my own rats, so that's not an expense.
Oh yes, it is.
What the fuck? Your time is an expense. Those racks that you built or you bought, the food, the bedding, the seeds, the time,
water,
all the cost. Well, because if people look at it, and I see people's collections, and I've been mentoring people 6-7 years, and I mentor people that have 6-7 figure collections like myself. And I'm not even doing it 100% perfect. There's things that I have to do and stuff. And I can relate when you get to where, or, everybody wants to grow, but it's not the numbers, it's the quality of the numbers. And I actually, the people that I'm working with are fucking phenomenal. We've got a spreadsheet where everything's there. You just type in your number of males, number of females, the average cost, how much you want to pay yourself, because you should have a dollar amount of paying yourself. Because if you don't, there's nothing wrong with that, because you're investing your time. But you should know at one point, if I want to take $10 an hour, what that does to the bottom line. Or you're going to pay a student $10 an hour to help you. What does that do? Because if you do this for 3 to 4 years, and I don't include hydro and water and gas or my space or my rats or my time, because I do it from my house. It's still space, time, money, because if you go and you grow now to a bigger thing and you think you're making money, I can go buy a place and do this and pay. No, you can't, because you're losing money what you're doing now. And when you add those other expenses, you're fucking sinking in your own ship. And I want people to understand. And if you do 5 animals, or say 10 animals, 2 males, 8 females, and they're $500 each, it's going to take you 7 years to break even. No, it won't. Sure it will, because your cost, you're this, and plus, if you're not selling animals, you've got to take money from your normal job to pay for the racks, to pay for the food, to pay for the time. And now you take those same 10 animals, instead of being $500 each, they're $4,000 each. Now you're going to break even in 3 years or 2.5, because your cost, like my costs, my labor doesn't go down. It does if I lose animals, or I sell animals, but my cost is the same, my rent is the same, everything is fixed. So if I'm breeding lower end animals to make low end money, and my bills are here, I'm always going to be losing. Now, if you make it where your outcome is here and your fixed costs are here, now you're in profit. But you're not breeding for the first year or two. You're usually breeding your 3rd year or your 4th year and your 5th year. So we've done it over a 5-year span, and there's a lot of things, because I want to see people. And it drives me crazy. I don't have to pay for rats because I do it myself. Where does the rat food come from? Where does
your time?
The time, yeah. And if you don't include your time, there's nothing wrong with not taking money and paying yourself, but you got to realize that at some point, especially when you're making it a business, and now you want to actually take money out. If it's not in your plan, when you add it, you're going to go, oh my God, what am I doing? I'm holy fuck, I can't do this, because you didn't plan for it. You got to understand that this is where it is. And if you have, say 60 animals, so you have 10 females that lay 6 eggs in 3 years. Well, now you got to add an incubator. There's a cost. Where's that coming from? Okay. Now you have 60 babies. Well, now you got 60 deli cups, 2 or 3 things of cocoa or substrate. You got to feed 60 babies. What happens if they don't sell for 3-4 months? Well, there's a carrying cost. You got to understand this. And I want to teach this. And we're doing it in such layman terms where people can, and then we're going to go to another segment. And then we're going to go into how to, different things where you actually learn. And there's a video, even way better than what we did. There's a glossary of terms. I had somebody today, I'm like, you might have had a partho. What's a partho? It's a asexually produced clutch that the female, that can happen. Like, yeah. So people are going to say, I got this animal, and it's not that animal. It's a partho. Or, people don't realize that I can have a clutch and retain sperm from 2 years ago, from last year, 3 males I bred, partho and an androgenesis. I could have 6 or 7 different babies in one clutch from 7 different pairings or processes. And that's the thing that happened. Oh, I got lucky. I hit all these things. You didn't get lucky. There's something about it. It retained sperm, or it did this. And, people really got to go, because you start selling animals that don't prove out down the road, it just looks bad. And that's why with all these different processes and scratching your head like, what the fuck? Like, I bought this female last year. I paired it to this animal. I got some from that, but I got out these other things. That came from the other breeder. You know, that breeder, if it doesn't have records or you don't know, now you've got a shed test for those or you know, and I think that's where shed testing is going to come in, because I guarantee myself, I've made some stuff and I've ID'd it as this, because that was in the pairing, but it could have been a retained sperm. It could have been a parthenogenesis or androgenesis. It didn't make sense, but I sold it as what the pairing was, even though it could be another different thing. And, you know, it's, you know, we got all this stuff at our benefit that can benefit us in the future and utilize so that we can be stronger and know what we have. And, you know, customers still have to do their due diligence. And you know, if here's a pied and it's not a pied, you know, that's not a pied. Yes, it is. It's a pied. Okay, let me buy it. And then, you know, you get it there and all of a sudden it's like, I don't think this is a pied. And then people are going to sit there and go, yeah, that's not a pied. Oh, the breeder ripped me off. Well, you should also know it wasn't a pied by looking at it before you bought it, or question it before you buy it, because, you know, you can't just blame everything on the seller.
Yeah.
Well, he told me it was a pied. Dude, that's a fucking clown. But you said it was a pied. You can't fucking realize it's not a pied before you bought it. Like, you got to have some sort of.
I seen someone score on Morph Market because they didn't think it was a clown pied, and they just sold it as a pied. And they scored 2 of them.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. So it works both ways. It works in your favor, but you don't bitch. You know, you scored and you know, you're not going to go back and say, oh, you know what? It turned out to be a clown pied. Here, seller, here's some money back. No. But when it happens the opposite way, you cry fucking bloody murder.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Right.
And that's the thing, right? You can't just blame the seller. You got to have some, you know, and yeah, it's I don't know. I mean, there's no perfect thing in this business. And
so what are you using for your eggs? Like, what's up?
I basically have a tub. I put a dragon hatch in the bottom. I put the eggs on, and then I fill it with water.
Oh, that's it? All right.
That's
my one buddy, that's all he does, water. And then my other friend does Orbeez.
Yeah. So instead of having a media, you know, that you have to throw out, it's a cost. You got to clean, and it can mold and all that. You know what? Water. Yeah. And that's all I've done. And we're trying it out. This is the first year, right?
Yeah. My good friend does just water. The Orbeez are nice, so the water's not splashing around when you move a tub.
It doesn't take much at all.
Nah.
Just sitting on water.
Did you see the other brand out? Like, they're like Dragon Hatch trays.
Yeah, that's what I have. Dragon Hatch trays.
No, I'm just saying they have there's another company out now, and they're like $6.50. They're pretty nice.
Oh yeah, the Japanese knockoffs.
The Linguini or.
Yeah, but the quality isn't as nice, but guess what? They do the fucking job.
Yeah.
You know?
No, I have Dragon Hatch too.
Yeah, so I mean, I did that, and you know, it's, I guess, not patented, or so somebody took it, made a mold, and duplicated it for cheaper. I get it, but the quality is not. I mean, I have one, and you see it, and it's not even close to the quality.
Yeah. Well, I noticed also the slits aren't cleaned out.
No, they're not, and they're not. I mean, it works, right? This isn't rocket science. We're putting eggs on a fucking tray to keep them. We used to use light fucking diffuser, for fuck's sakes.
Yeah.
You know, so, you know, whatever works. But I do see where, you know, if you want to cut costs, I see it, because I used to. Now I just, how much is it? Give me 100 of them. Like, when Dragon Hatch came out, I bought 200.
Yeah. They're nice.
They're like $3,000. How many? 3,000. I spent $3,000 on fucking plastic trays to hold fucking eggs.
We need Billy money.
No, I figured he was
shit,
still,
like, you know what?
No,
I just
in vermiculite.
yeah, I'll just do it old school because, you know, it doesn't cost me anything, you know. And it's funny because, you know, like,
oh, wow.
Eddie, like,
yeah,
look at him.
All waiting.
You know, boxes, shipping boxes, you know, like it's just, you know.
Oh, you're ready.
Yeah, you know, I'm prepared, right? You know, I have a sea can out back for like, you know, deli cups. I probably got 5,000 deli cups, different sizes. You know, I buy it in bulk in cases. You know, so, you know, I can do that. But before I get it, like, you know, I'm gonna spend, you know, $3 grand. You know what? For $3 grand, you should buy an animal to make you $3 grand to pay for this shit.
Yes.
Right. You know, but if you've got the money, invest like racking. You don't need these ARS and Freedom Breeder racks. But I'll tell you one thing: when you do upgrade to them, you're gonna go, wow, I love them. Wow, they're professional. Wow, look what I just did. I invested in my business. I invested in myself. The snakes love it. I seem more professional because you're moving forward, you know? And then there's other people that say, hey, these fucking Malamine or these PVC work. They give me what I want. Why invest? I'm going to put it into more animals. But for me, like when I got this place, I don't even own this place, you know? You know, I got like 15,000 in the floor, drains, 50,000 in electrical. Everything in the ceiling was ripped out. We ran all new electrical. Every single outlet is to a certain breaker. Everything's modified. Everything in the ceiling is, you know, there's no garbage all over the place.
See, now he's talking my language. I'm an electrician.
Yeah, the paint. So the paint, I spent $25,000 painting the doors, high end. Like, don't forget, this is 4 years. And look, like, it's still beautiful. It's all gloss. It's high end. The ceiling tile in here. Like even the ceiling tile, that's not ceiling tile. Okay, so if you see here, that's not even ceiling tile. It's like it's a thick, it's almost like drywall, and it has a 1/4 inch vinyl. It's kitchen grade, so grease. It doesn't stick. It doesn't mold. It doesn't mildew. It's heavy duty. I think each one of those pieces is probably 10 to 15 pounds. So in order to do that, I had to get a special T-bar roof with you know, a very thick thing to the ceiling to hold the weight load. But guess what? It never molds. It's meant for high humidity. It's meant for restaurant kitchens.
Yeah.
You know? So I'm not going to get mold resistant paint. You know, because I know high humidity. You know, these glass. You know, these were 15 fucking grand, you know?
Yeah. Oh, they're not
so cool. You know, so $250,000 to get this place and I'll never take a penny out of it but guess what? Look what I've had and I get to enjoy, you know, and it's amazing.
Well, I'm surprised you didn't like keep that facility and then have a facility in the US.
I actually have half of two.
Okay.
So I am probably going to work with somebody else and open up a third.
Okay.
So, you know, it's funny because when so I have, you know, I'm working with 2 other people here in Canada. So I actually have, I'm partners with 4 people, 2 in the US, 2 in Canada.
Nice.
And I had 1 in Canada and 2 in the US. And then, I guess Justin came out and said, hey, you know, Rice Reptiles, we're doing the first partnership.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
All my people are like, holy fuck, did you see what Justin did? I'm like, wow, because I was worried because I'm like, you know, my brain works. I'm like, you know, I have all this inventory and I have this and yeah, I don't want to keep growing, but I produce all this stuff. And instead of me keep growing and growing and I don't have time and patience and more staff and, you know, I don't want to keep growing. I'm happy where I'm at. How do I still do this? Because I don't want to get rid of some shit. So guess what? Hey, you know, I know people, I know, and I've invested with them.
Well, it also helps you feed your U.S. market, you know, because shipping's insane.
So when they called, they're like, oh my God, it's like, should we? I was like, why? Because I've even heard it, right? Where, if Justin, called up Holly and said, hey, Holly, I'm going to open up a facility and we're going to work with me. And he pronounces it. No, I'm working with Holly from, Tacoma. And guess what? Every bit of her success, it's not hers. It's because Justin helped. Oh, I could have been like that too if Justin gave that to me. And it goes back to that people are so, if I gave $1 million to 10 different people each, and I said, here's the exact animals, okay, I'll come back in 5 years. 1 or 2 might even be, the other ones are going to drop off, lose, fail. Just because everyone gets the same fucking opportunity does not mean everyone is going to thrive or be successful in that opportunity. But in someone's head, oh, well, I could be just, fuck Holly, because everybody that I work with, I trust in them. I'm working with that person. I have full capability with those people that I don't need to tell them what to do because I'm doing that here. The last thing I want to do is like having a wife, right?
Yeah.
Holy fuck! I'm just handling the one. I don't want 5 fucking more.
Don't want to micromanage.
I can have that as a wife. I have this one here, and wow, I don't want 5 more. Like that's fucked up. So I have my own things. If I want to do things here now, if they want to ask me stuff, or hey, I know what they have and what they're doing. If I have stuff, hey, let's do this, or hey, you got this. Guess what? I need some. Send it back. I'll swap or I'll buy it, and here you go. So, but when it came, I was like, they were like, "Are you sure about this?" I'm like, "Let's give it a try." You know what I mean? Like, I trust you. I think you're great. And here's the thing about this industry. I don't give a shit how much passion you have, how much knowledge you have, how much time you have, and how bad you want this. If you don't have the funding on top, you're limited.
Yes.
You're limited to where you go. And a lot of these people, I know in 5 years, holy fuck, you're going to be monsters. But with my help, you can be a monster in 2 or 3. And then by the time you get to 5 with me, you can't even catch you. You'd never be able to catch me on your own with We're Together because of the influx. And, so yeah, I don't make as much, but my costs are down. My animals are there. I'm helping somebody else, because.
And you're moving inventory.
Right.
Well, no, I'm not really moving it. I'm investing it into them. So then now they, so imagine.
Well, you're moving it out of your facility.
Correct. Right. Yeah. So, so it works both ways, right? I'm working on a facility in Belgium. I'm working on another facility in the US.
Nice.
And I want to get into other things, but
anything around Oklahoma.
So, you know what I mean? It's like, I can give anybody like, hey, I'll send you $100,000 worth of animals. It's not that, I have the animals. I can keep them here. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't even know what's here, right there, just in hatchlings, right? So just say in hatchlings, there's 500 there, 170. So watch this. Let me just see, because my so you got 170, and you times that by 3 should be 510. Say on an average, they're $500. Just say, which I think would be low, but at 1,000, it's $500,000. At $500, that's $250,000 worth of babies sitting right here. Never mind everything else, my whole bag, just here. I would say that's closer to $500,000 or more, right? So now I can take that and take, hey, guess what? Let me put, 100,000 of these babies or these animals into 5 people's hands. The thing is with that is it's not generating me any, because I don't want it. I'm going to sell it. But if I help somebody, or if I want to keep it and I help somebody else take it and grow, I can continue to do that. So what's great is when my adults, like eventually I'm going to have visual monsoons that I have to get rid of because I've got other better ones coming. what do I want to do with these monsoons? Sell them? Or if I give them to someone else, I can be making residual income for the next 2-3 years, and then we sell it, and then I still get an income.
Right.
But I work with somebody that is capable. Like, I know people, I know their backstory. I don't just say, hey, you look like a good guy. I've seen you around. I'm going to send you $500,000 worth of animals.
Right.
I know their downfalls. I know what they've gone through. I've seen them, get kicked in the nuts and stand up and go, that's all you got, motherfucker. And they get kicked again and they stand back up and they take it. That's what you need. I see their drive. I see what they're willing to do. I see them not make fucking excuses for shit because everyone does that. Oh, well, I had a shitty year because my incubator went. No, because you didn't buy your proper incubator. You didn't check on your fucking incubator. Oh, my animals didn't feed them properly, or you fed them too much. You didn't pair them properly. You didn't put the time in to fucking ultrasound them and pair them when they should have been. You're making excuses. I can make excuses too. But instead of making excuses, I fucking do what I got to do to produce, to do what I want to do, to hold stuff back. So
yeah.
And I know people, what they can do, how they're learning, how they're, growing mentally, and that's one of the reasons why I started the Patreon is to work with people. And I'm like, holy fuck, like there's some amazing people here. And it really sucks because these guys are fucking like the next Justin Kabilka. Problem is they will never get there because they don't have the funds. And then I'm here going, holy fuck, I got millions of dollars worth of snakes and fuck, I don't want to grow. I don't want to buy more racks. I got to get bigger. I got to hire more staff. Fuck that. How do I? Guess what? There's just people here that I can work with. So I'm giving them what they don't have, and they're supplying what I don't have, what I don't want to have. It works.
That makes
sense. They called, they're like, holy fuck shit. I'm like, if you do all the work that you've been doing now, and they know that I helped, all your success and all the hard work that you're doing, because I ain't doing any of it, unless you call me and say, hey, what do you think? I'll give you advice. But I believe in you and what you're doing because I've seen you do it already. I'm just saying, here's some extra stuff and what you need to help you go to another level faster.
Sold.
But what happens is if they know, oh, well, fuck, why you're so big and so good is because Billy helped you. All I did was give you some funds or animals. They did everything else. They won't see that. They're all, oh, well, fuck, Billy helped you. No wonder. No. I invested in people that I know will fucking want to be successful, and it has nothing to do with me. I just helped them. Right. They would have got there by themselves anyways. Just why wait 5 years when I can do it in 2 or 3? And it helps, awesome. And I love helping people. I do that. I've done it for so many people, and I've been burned a little, but not as much as and that's what I don't understand. It's like, I want to help as many people as I can. And that's the thing. Like with my Patreon, I know I'm helping people because I know that they're like, fuck, Billy. Like, and I've seen people spend 2-3 years and realize they're doing it wrong and going, oh, fuck, how do I fix this? Well, get rid of 90% of your collection. But listen, you either do or you don't. I can't, I'm not going to sugarcoat it. And this is why. Look at breeder 1, 2, 3. As soon as I did that, because I'm trying to tell people, I'm like, oh my God, like someone else just recently, after all that information that's out there on the internet and even on Patreon. And I'm like, you got more fucking, you got 70 animals. You got more males than females. All your males are hets are 66% hets. I don't even know out of these 60, 70 animals if I would even keep 5.
Oh, wow.
How do I tell a person, like, hey, well, how do I fix this? Get rid of everything and start over. You're going to lose money and you're going to lose time. But if you don't, you're going to lose more time and money. Like the math numbers don't lie. And I've seen people, and you see people in their collections selling it, and you look at it and go, oh, I'd be selling that shit too. Why the fuck do you even have this? And you would not believe how many people don't know what the fuck they're doing. And that's why I'm coming up with this spreadsheet so you can type the numbers in and the math will tell you. And I really mean it. If you have 20 animals that are $500 each, you'd be better off with 4 animals at $2,000 each for the same price. Your cost goes down, your time goes down, your food, do this, but you only have to sell 8 animals compared to 40 that no one wants, and that you got to feed, and your expenses go up, and you're like, you really, I know that because I've been there, I've seen it, and I see people, oh, this year will be better, next year will be better because I'm going to have 10 more animals breeding. They're going to give you 64 babies of shit that no one wants too. Now you just added another rack, another 4 hours a week, another what, $1,500 or $2,000 a year, or you know, for food. You're adding water faster on a sinking ship. And if you don't believe me, I'll tell you, I told you in 3 years when you're drowning.
That's why people quit.
And I don't want to see people do that, because you can have a dream, you know, but here's your dream. You can do this. I've done it. Many people have. But there's a way to do it, you know. Yeah,
I don't want to do it. I'm happy with I just want a small, powerful collection.
100%.
I'm more of a collector, hobbyist. I only did the business route because I can write shit off.
Correct.
I make everything for me, and I sell my byproduct.
That's where I'm at as well.
Yeah.
You know, and that, I mean, you see it, how much shit I hold back.
Like, I don't want that. That's too much work. I like my free time.
You know, but I mean, it depends on what you want, right? Like,
I like my free time, vacations.
Yeah, and that's the thing, right? Like, everyone's levels of success is different. You know, some people can have 10 animals and breed 2 or 3 a year.
Yeah,
their kid. And enjoy it and say, hey man, this is awesome. Like, I'm so happy.
I'm happy with. I do 20 clutches and I'm happy. My day job's easy. So
hey Billy, don't let him lie to you. He's happy making stickers.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I'm happy making stickers, memes, t-shirts.
But that's the thing, right? Like, not everybody has to be a big breeder. Like, everyone has a certain level, but everybody in this industry that wants to basically do this, and I said it, no one breeds 30, 40, 50 clutches a year as a hobby. You want it to generate money, because if you're not generating money, do you know how much you're spending to fucking feed, clean, house those 50?
Well, and that's where,
and that's why you're not a hobby, you're a business. So you got to treat it like a business.
Yeah. And then, but selling the byproduct pays for the racks, pays for food. So,
but now if your byproduct is $50 a piece,
well, yeah,
you're fucked.
You're fucked.
Right. So that's why I'm trying to say, like, hey, here's the thing. You type in the numbers, it's going to tell you, like, holy shit, if I keep breeding these low end animals, my cost, my food, my time, it's going to take me 7 years to break even.
Yeah.
And that's hopefully if everything works.
Yeah.
7 years. Wow. Everyone's like, oh, I'm going to invest this and this. I'm going to make this. And no, because prices come down. You don't always hit the odds. And I just want people to know you can do this. So, if you have certain amount, like animals, your cost can vary on how much you spend, but your rats, your racking, your this, no matter what, it's a cost. Whether you make it yourself, you're still buying lumber, you're still buying heat, you're still buying a thermostat. It's a fucking cost. Whether it's $500 or $2,000 for a professional rack, it's a cost.
Yeah.
The more animals you make and produce, the more that cost goes up. Same with your time, same with your food, same with your space. People don't realize that. And I've had people, and it's so sad, going, man, I had 60 babies, and I didn't think that all my animals would go. I bred 10 and they all went. I was only thinking 3 or 4 would go. But you paired 10. If you pair 10, expect 10 to go. And then all of a sudden they don't have racking.
Yeah.
So how, can I get a rack?
That.
You think I just got racks sitting here empty? Like, no. You got to prepare for it. And then when they do find a way, or they keep 3 or 4 animals together until they can come up with a solution, now they can't afford the 60 extra, or the breeder that they get it from don't have an extra 60 because everyone else has their babies and he can't even supply the demand. So now you're not feeding fucking animals. So you didn't plan for it. And now all of a sudden you're not, like, it's a disaster.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They want people that are going to breed 10 or more fucking clutches a year, you know, because you do want to make some money to buy more snakes or to at least have a self-sufficient running business instead of putting your hard-earned money in.
Well, and that's what it is. You know, the snakes pay for the racks, pay for the thermostats, pay for the food. So as long as I don't have to come out of pocket, I'm happy.
Right. But do you know how many people will take 5 years to get to where they think they need to be and they're still losing money, putting money out of pocket?
Yeah.
And I want people to know where they're at. Just like you breeder 1, 2, and 3. And, you know, yes, we all make mistakes, but a breeder 1 animal will only make breeder 1 animals. And, I'm going to go buy a fucking $10,000 animal to put to my $100 normals. Yeah, you'll do okay, but why are you spending that kind of money to make these worthwhile? Get rid of them, spend that 10 grand and buy 5 $2,000 females that's in a project that you want, and then save up next year, buy a male for 5, 10, whatever, to go to those. And now you're not making these animals relevant because they're already relevant. And
well, I think the curse, I mean, I think what most people do when they get in, they just buy with their eyes. And I think a lot of people did that.
100%.
They buy with their eyes, and then they start realizing projects. And
yes, but when you see people in this day and age, and I say, hey, I'm going to send you my list. There's 70 animals. 40 of them are males. Not any visual recessive males. They're all hets. Like, you're making shit. Like, you can't even hit a visual with these pairings. And if you do, because it's 66 to 50%, you're praying even at 50% to hit that animal, which you're not even close. 1 and 2. You're 1 and 8, 1 and 16. If they prove out to be 100%, you know, now you're facing 1 and 4, 1 and 8, or whatever. Okay, with the double het stuff.
I mean, I hit bad odds with 100% heads.
100%. Yeah.
You're like, get one visual.
The thing that really kills me is even if you do hit that fucking, all the rest is garbage.
Yeah.
And you can't sell it. And the cost of that, even if you give it away for free, you're still losing money because you cannot make, there's a cost that you're never going to get. And you're putting in time and you'll never see your investment back. And you need to change now in order to change that. And some people can invest a lot of money or just do it and start over. Some people have to take, you know, their time. But as long as they're walking a little bit ahead in the right direction, it's better than standing still or fucking going backwards.
And that would be me, just to have to take the time.
I still kick myself in the ass for my first pairing. I did my clown to my bumblebee, and then I did a vanilla cream to my hypo.
Yeah.
I'm like, why I didn't do that clown to that hypo back then? I'm like, I would have been making hypo clowns for years.
Correct. And that's
like, fuck. Right? I sold 5 head hypos for $50. That's why.
Understanding the project and what to do is you need to plan. You need to understand what the end goal is and put the pieces in to get to that goal.
Yeah, this is like 2013, I think, when I.
Yep. I put my first combo hypo, and it was a actual humblebee. So a bumblebee hypo to a pastel clown.
Okay.
That was my very first pairing.
All right.
And then I had pastel double hets. And in 2015, I bred them together, and I hit 2 super pastel hypo clowns, and I sold them $10,000 or $12,000 each.
Yeah, I bet.
Yeah, but it was fluky, like 1 in 16 and 9 eggs. I hit like, no way, like, holy, are you sure they're hypo? And yeah, and then I ended up, and it just holy shit, like, you know. But
I missed
it
for years,
5 years to hit. You know, like you never know.
I missed for years. I bred a clown het to a pastel double het. 2 years in a row I missed. I mean, 1 year I hit hypos and then pastel double hets, and then second year was some clowns and then pastel double hets.
Yeah. So really,
I'm like, I'm just buying one.
Sorry, I have a really good end question, and I asked this to all the guests: is what is the dumbest thing someone has said to you after they found out you're a snake breeder?
Oh, there's so many.
I know, right?
I just got why?
Like, oh my God, you breed snakes? It's like, oh, so where are they? Like, they're like crawling around your house?
Yeah.
No, no. Or it's like, why? Because I enjoy them as pets. Like, why don't you get a dog? I have a dog. I this is different. Who buys snakes? Well, I do for one, and other people, and you'd be amazed at how many.
Or the only good snake is a dead snake.
Yeah. What do they eat? Rats. Oh my God. Like, you feed that's what they eat. Why?
Yeah.
That's what they eat. Like, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, I mean, there's all types of stupid questions, right? And
they're really
but I'm very passionate about it, and I get a lot of people's attention, and they're like, that's fucking interesting. It's like, wow, and there's a business in that. And I'm like well, you know what? I mean, 12 years ago, I was making $100K a year. Now I'm making it a month. So yeah, growing.
Yeah.
And
so how's the market been for you? I mean, slow or
so last year,
I mean, you got a big following, so
yeah, I mean, last year, sales were, up and down. I did sell a lot of stuff, and the thing is I would have made a lot of more revenue, but prices dropped. So there's some stuff that I'm like, there's no fucking way, it's like, oh, that's a little too high. I'll fucking keep it because, it's not like I have stuff like, like those leopard triple hets or quad hets. Nobody else in the world even has them. No one has those quad hets.
Nope.
Leopard females, quad het, 100%, like not possible. 100% monsoon, 100% pied, 100% ultra male, 100% hypo. Okay, I got 4 of them. So I put 2 up because I don't like just selling one. Like, if somebody wanted to get into that project, I would recommend for you to get 2. Oh, well, they're really pricey. Okay, so, make them next year. Or you can't. So try buying them next year if someone even has them to sell, because stuff like that you might not see for sale for 3 years. And by the time you go buy them, I'm going to be making double visuals or triples, and I can sell you some of the stuff I'm making. So like, people got to understand where you can either save money or invest money and spend it. Okay. Because the person that saves, there's nothing wrong with spending money, but no one who saves money makes money. Okay, they save it. So
without risk, there's no reward.
Correct. So I would rather go spend $10,000 on an animal and breed it, and then when you say, "Oh, that animal's I'm going to buy that's $10,000. That's too much. I'm going to wait till they're 3 or 4." Cool. You're going to be buying it from me when I make 10 of them and I sell 10 of them. I paid $10,000 and I make 10 of them in 2 years and I sell them at $3K each. I just made $30,000 minus the 10. I'm up $20,000, but you saved $6,000. I would rather make $20,000 every fucking day of the week than save $6,000.
Yeah.
Okay. So you can't make money in business without investing in your business.
Spend money to make money.
You do. And I get it. It's scary. Most people who are willing to invest big dollars in this industry, okay, most of them, there's other people that say, "Oh, how much is it? Here, let me just throw money at it. I have no experience, but let me do this." And that's good. But the people that don't want to invest money are people that have animals, they breed the snakes, they sell on this, they're a part of the community. What are you afraid of? You're doing it. You're breeding. You've got the equipment. You've got the experience. All you need now is better animals. People are afraid.
I just dumped a bunch of money in that Bang project.
100%. I was looking too, right? And I'm like, but that's the thing. You got to. Because if you don't, because I don't even have one. So when I need to go buy one, maybe next year, the year after, I could even buy one from a guy like you that invested, because I fucking snoozed. But there's other things that I got to worry about, too. And so, well,
the thing is, everyone's chasing the males. No one's thinking about the females for supers. They're all chasing males.
Yep. And they're also chasing the new, Wookiee's hot, chocolate, red stripe. Like, invest in a project to keep growing, and then add stuff here. Everybody, and I see so many people, they work for 2-3 years in this project, make some stuff. Oh, this is hot. Let me sell this off to get into this one and start it over. They get it to right when it's going to explode, and they get rid of it to start another one. And they raise. It's like having a tree and raising it up to 2 feet and cutting it. Why don't you let it grow to 10 fucking feet and another couple years and then cut it? You get 3 times out of it. But no, they want to chop a tree down to get into another tree. And then they raise that up, chop it early, and then they go another tree. You're shooting your own self in the foot. And people need to realize that's why I'm making a 5-year plan. You buy animals, you raise it up. Year 3, you breed, and then you sell everything. Well, if you see what you do in year 4 and year 5, your exponential growth is massive. But if you get out at 3 years, why would you raise an animal up to breed once and then get rid of the project?
I see people do that.
I see it all the time, and it's like,
I see people do that. I know a guy that doesn't hold anything back.
Yeah, and it makes no sense.
No holdbacks.
And then they complain that the market sector or the you're putting yourself in that position. And I want to put it out, and like the new stuff that's coming out on Patreon, it's going to be like, like almost like, holy shit, like diagrams, glossaries.
Nice.
What does this mean? Click on it. Oh shit, I'm going to break it down. I'm going to get into marketing, pricing, product development, how to get into this, forecasting, like, not just talk about it, but here it is. Watch it over. And eventually I want to do lives on it and say, okay, what didn't you understand? Or what? Because not everybody's going to watch it and say, oh, I understand 100%. I get this part, but this is, and then I can work on those parts with those people, but I really want people to learn this shit because it's amazing.
Yeah.
You're doing it wrong. All your time and money you're putting in and to go nowhere.
Yeah, you're going in depth in the business aspect of it.
Oh, yeah.
Because I see it all the time. Oh, I don't pay for my rats. I do them for free because I breed them myself. There's a cost to it.
Yeah.
I made $1,000 at the show. No, you sold $1,000, but you only made $200 because you're cut. No, I made $1,000.
Yeah.
Holy fuck! You have to treat this and understand it as a business in order to keep going. Because if you don't know where you are, how do you make decisions in moving forward? How do you make investments in your business if you don't know where you're going or where you are? Oh, you know what? I'm doing okay. Let me go spend $7,000. Well, no, you can't spend $7,000 because you don't have it. You need that $7,000 to pay for fucking food for the next year and your racks because you're gonna have 10 clutches. You need a new rack. You can't go spend $7,000 on a new animal because you need to buy a new rack and food for the animals that you're making.
Credit card.
Oh yeah, like you need to know where you're at to make business decisions for your future.
Yeah.
And you need to know where you're at, plan for your growth, plan for the expenses, and I really want to get to, into people's heads. And not everybody will get it. But if I put it out there and break it down in layman terms and talk about it to help people understand, they're going to sit there and go, holy fuck, I'm doing this wrong. Because when I did Breeder 1, 2, 3, everybody said, holy fuck, I'm doing it wrong. Holy fuck, I'm doing it wrong. and that's the thing. I've made a change and it's going to be for the better for everybody that took a step forward.
Yeah, that's awesome. I'm amazed that you can keep up with all that. That's
I don't, but I try. Like,
yeah.
And like I said, like, even being on here, right? I don't give a fuck if there's 5 people watching or 10 million. I'm here to talk about what I love. Anybody that can watch this, I hope they listen and they enjoy it. And I give my time to people no matter not.
You've always been solid.
I try to be, right? And like I said, shouting out people and doing shit.
Yeah, no, I love that. I sent you my stuff. You shouted me out. I was like,
yeah. And that's the thing, right? Like, I genuinely want to get people going. And just like I mentioned someone's name or I wear a shirt or hey, look at this, man. Shout out to this person. Holy fuck, it changed it. Like, oh my God, like it's crazy. And if I have the ability and the power to do that, why the fuck would I not? It's not like it's like, oh, I got to spend 6 hours putting on this shirt to say this guy's fucking name. Like, oh my God, like it's literally
you know this fucking guy.
Hey, everybody, blah, blah, blah. And I can change someone's day, change their mentality. Awesome. And it takes seconds. and it's so easy.
It's awesome. It's
so
promotion,
simple.
you know. It's free promotion that you're doing, and it's awesome.
Yeah, and like I said, like I've been doing it for fucking years. It's not like it's just a gimmick. Like I've been doing.
No,
it
I know.
It's the same thing. I've been putting time in, and I say what I say. I say what I say. And I don't regret what I say. And I have my own beliefs, my own wants. I do things my way because I think it works. I've tried.
It works for you.
It works for me. It doesn't mean it's the only way. And
I think a lot of people too misunderstand too. Like something that works in Canada may not work like in Philadelphia.
Different climates, different pressure systems. Different fucking humidity. Just like the rats. Oh, I live in, Texas. We only can get Purina from fucking Missouri. We can't have access to all this other rat shit. Yeah, you're fucked from your location. Oh, you need to use this stuff or you're doing it wrong. Well, I can't get it, Billy. Well, then you're an idiot. No, it's just work and do what you can have access to. Right. And that's the thing. Everybody thinks there's only one way to do this shit.
There is.
No.
No, we have to drive all the way to Earl's house, basically, to pick up our feed.
Yep.
That's the closest place to us. So
and that's when you start getting into where now it's like, if you got to do that drive, you better fucking spend more to do it less. And then when you do that, your cost might go up in fuel, but you're saving on this. And, you make sure that you have the best or whatever. Like, these are business decisions you need to know, like
I'm surprised you don't have local feed and seed or something that carries that brand.
So Kumbach only comes from Purina. Purina stores, and we have like the Russell feed is what carries it here. So when we go, we have to fill up the back of our Honda, the Honda Pilot. So
you need a truck.
You need a truck. Yeah.
I know. We had one, but we had to sell
Billy,
it.
Can't believe you don't have a truck.
Bobby looks like
he's
a
you're doing it
truck
wrong.
guy.
You're doing it wrong. You need a truck, man. You're doing it wrong.
Tell Bobby. I had a big old Dodge diesel knocking truck, and we had to sell
Bobby
it.
looks like a hillbilly redneck, diesel driver.
Dude, Bobby's from California. Don't give him a big.
Oh, he's a surfer.
No, he was in the mountain region. So, all right, guys. Well, I guess we'll go ahead and cut this off. I know we're almost 4 hours.
I got a question for Billy backstage.
Okay. Sure. All right. Thank you, everybody, for coming out. Thank you again, Billy, Jamie, Chris, and everybody else who showed up. Peace.
And who's watching in the future.
Yeah.